Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome this week's episode of Talks with TVBOO. Welcome this week's episode of the podcast. Hope you're all having a great week, and I appreciate y'all being here, man. I really do. Being back, y'all. We're back. I know we had a couple weeks off the show. You know, I got sick one week. Kyle was in the hospital, but we back, and it feels good to be sitting down in here and having great conversations. And this episode was one of those. Before I introduce this week's guest, I just got to say that I have a new song out. It's a collab with my good buddy Smith. It's called Fixin's. Super fun song. You know, we're both massive Danny McBride and Eastbound and Down fans. And we were just talking. We're like, man, we have to do this. And we did, and it came out great. And I appreciate everybody who's listened to it and appreciate all the kind words about it, man. We had a lot of fun making that tune. And just want to let y'all know that I got some merch. I got a merch announcement tomorrow on Friday. So anybody who's been wanting some TVBOO jerseys or shirts or, you know, a lot of other good shit, man, look out for that announcement tomorrow. It's my favorite line of merch that we've done for TVBOO, man, and make sure to go get you some of that whenever it drops. But my guest this week is an absolutely phenomenal producer, super fucking awesome guy to hang around, man. We had a phenomenal conversation. I had somebody show me his music probably about like 3 years ago, and I was like, yo, this shit is tight, and he's really starting to get hot, and I wanted to have him on the show. We had a great conversation, dude. This is honestly one of my favorite episodes. I love these type of conversations where we can get deep and just have fun with it. And I hope y'all have fun with it too. He's going on tour later this year with LS Dream and Closey. And you should check his music out if you haven't, because he's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Chmura. All right, so my dude. Adderall shortage, am I right?
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing, dude.
It's happening.
We were just talking about this for the cameras got gone. And, dude, yeah, I've talked about this with a couple other producers, dude. If people are wondering, bass music is run by amphetamines.
By
Blue jeans and amphetamines, dude.
Well, I feel like there's two parts to it too, though. Like, I'm prescribed Adderall, and I take it like once a week, pretty much. And I take like the lowest amount. I take like 5 milligrams or 10. And I feel like there's two parts to it. Where like you'll get super inspired, really locked in for like 4 hours, you know. And then by the time you're going to bed, it kind of sucks. Like, and so you gain all this like inspiration, and then by the end, you're like, oh, like fuck this, and then you kind of have to get it back later. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than like if I made the whole beat like dead sober, I'd probably just be on like an even level of like, this is pretty sick the whole time, and go to bed feeling a little better about it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to go to sleep. You'd have to eat like 10 melatonins and like fuck.
Dude, I've heard melatonin works better if you eat less of it. So like,
there's no way, dude.
No, straight up.
Kyle, can you look this up? I want to know if this is true, because I have like the 10 milligrams.
You're just popping like 5 melatonins
Oh,
at once.
dude, 8.
I mean, I'll try it. I've never done it.
I'm doing a bunch because
I heard that.
I have trouble sleeping at night.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Is it because of the Adderall?
I mean, when I take Adderall, definitely. I was up till like 4:30 last night, just like, I just couldn't fall asleep making beats.
Yeah, dude. I've been off Adderall for like 5 weeks just because of the shortage. And so I still have trouble sleeping.
Yeah, melatonin, it says less is more. 1 to 3 milligrams 2 hours before bed is the best.
2 hours?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I always like take them while I'm getting into bed. I thought you kind of had to be falling asleep for it to work.
Can you look up what happens if you take a lot of it?
What happens if you take 50 milligrams of melatonin?
I do like 80, dude. I'm not kidding.
That's so much.
I know, dude. It's the only thing that will knock me out. I'm not playing, dude.
Yeah, be careful. You might get like man boobs or something. I heard it kills your testosterone.
No shit.
I'm pretty sure it was on you know that guy Huberman, like he does all the nerdy like science health shit. He's another podcast guy. I figured you guys would all know each other.
We all know each other.
I'm just kidding. He's a fucking scientist. But
dude, does it really? Kyle, I need you to fact check that
that's
as
what he
well,
said,
dude.
bro, and his thing. So I was like, okay, I should probably
melatonin fucks your testosterone. Yeah, I don't want that.
I want boobs,
Yeah, so that is true. And then it also says here, 5 milligrams appears to be safe and effective. Going over that range can be dangerous.
Whoa.
You're like,
dude, I've been doing that since I was, for as long as I can remember.
Dude, maybe it's part of the magic, you know?
No, dude. Is that why my dick don't get hard anymore?
Maybe. Could be the Adderall too, bro. I don't
It's
know.
the Adderall.
Yeah, it says here doses in the range of 30 milligrams and above may be harmful. Anything below that is okay, but the recommended is between 1 and 10.
Can you
Dude,
look up
I'm hurting
why,
myself.
Like why it's harmful? Like,
Yeah.
Like what is it doing?
It can cause seizures, headaches, excessive drowsiness, even when you before bed and when you wake up. High blood pressure. Yeah, just a lot of shit, man.
Damn. I'm glad that we talked about this.
Try like half of one because apparently it makes you fall asleep better.
A little bit
when you
closer
do
to the
less.
mic.
That's just what I heard. Oh, me?
Yeah.
All right.
What? Well, damn. How am I supposed to go to sleep now without eating like 80 milligrams of melatonin?
You can do I don't smoke weed really at all.
Me
I
neither,
did
dude.
last night actually, which was such a mistake. I woke up all foggy this morning. It was like fuck, like I have to go do dishes and shit. But
That's like the first thought when you wake up. Fuck, I gotta go do
like it
dishes
just makes you
and
so
shit.
lazy. I don't like that. You know, I don't like feeling lazy. But you can do there's this one part, I think it's called CBG, and it's one of the extracts, it's like CBD.
Yeah.
But it's essentially like just the part that makes you fall asleep. So you could go to a dispo and try to get one of the CBG edibles or something.
Oh,
And I took one and it knocked me out and didn't make me high.
whoa.
So
I need to find
that was
that.
the coolest thing that I found for that.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get like Benadryl, which makes me feel like shit. That shit sucks.
Masturbating's usually like the
Advil
best thing.
That'll probably work. Yeah.
It's worked, dude. I mean, since I've been a teenager, that's how I fell
Dude,
asleep every
sometimes
night.
though, like you get like the post nut clarity, and then you just start thinking about shit, you know. And then I'm up.
You're like, why was I watching that?
Or, well, yeah, that's usually the first one, right?
Why did that turn me on?
Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, how'd I get here?
Dude, I have to try that, dude. I have been getting back on the edibles.
I mean, they're fun. Like, you know what I'll do is I'll take like I'm super sensitive to edibles. too.
Same,
like, I
dude.
take like 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams.
Dude, I'm on one.
That works. Like you can feel that.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
I'm
should
such
try
a,
it. It might work for me.
I'll
dude.
give
Yeah.
you one right after this
You got a
podcast.
one.
You want one
milligram?
right
They make
now?
those like special for you. Like who buys?
So you want
those?
one right now?
I mean, yeah, fine.
All right, dude.
You want me to pause this?
Nah, you can just keep it rolling. I'll just edit that.
What are you doing? What are you up to lately, Kai? What do you got going on in your life?
Dude, well, it's like festival season, so lots of shows. I've been home for like 3-day spans, which isn't
Nice.
the best for like productivity, but I'd say, yeah, just lots of prepping, just making music, grinding when I'm home, and then just traveling everywhere.
You got an album coming up?
I do. So it's like very much. This is not a 10, right?
I promise you.
It better be.
Listen, it's only just 250
Don't drop me on
milligrams.
Oh, he's doing it.
Yeah, we're both doing
Taboo's
it.
getting high on the podcast. Have you done that before?
Yeah, and it's always a fucking mess.
Every time he does, this boy slows down, gets groggy. I tell him not to every time, and he does. He does it every time.
I'll do it. But no, it's 1 milligram THC and 20 milligrams CBD.
That's what you're supposed to do.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
I'll be like giggling and shit.
You got to get the super high CBD ones because I guess it balances out like the anxiety part of the THC.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Oh, dude, I thought I was feeling froggy the other night and ate like a 2.5 milligram.
Going crazy, bro.
Oh, dude, I was panicking. I was straight. I turned into Baldy. Dude, I'm panicking. Just freaking out, dude.
Well, some of it is kind of fun. Like that's what I was saying. Like I take like the 5-10 and we go to the movies, right? So you like walk through the mall and shit. And you go like see a movie with the homies.
Yeah.
And it feels like I'm back in high school. I'm like, I don't want to like look high in front of this fucking like t-shirt store or whatever.
there's like kids around. Yeah, like,
there's
do
like,
they know
like,
I'm high.
Exactly, right? It's like totally allowed to.
That's always the thing in public whenever you're too high. They know I'm high.
Oh, they always
Yeah.
and they don't, but
They don't,
They
but-
might though. You never know. I do some weird shit sometimes.
Dude, I remember my buddies. We went to the Atlanta Aquarium.
That sounds kind of fun.
It's super tight. But they all thought it was a good idea to take acid,
Oh, nice.
which is a terrible fucking idea.
I mean, that shit freaks me out personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be it in public in the daytime where there's kids around and fucking caged up
Yeah,
animals.
like an amusement park, dude. And you're like thinking about like this is all just like a corporate game. Like
Dude, I was at the Mississippi State Fair one time tripping on acid, and I watched a guy get tased in the fucking face right by me, dude. That shit was wild.
no way. You ever been like tased or pepper sprayed or anything?
Yeah. Not
Both?
pepper sprayed,
Both?
but I've been tased.
See, I've only been pepper sprayed. I wonder which one's worse.
Dude, I feel like getting pepper sprayed's worse.
Pepper sprayed is definitely worse.
Yeah, I
So
feel like that's
tasing's
worse.
not that bad then.
Nah, it's over quick. I mean, I haven't been hit with like a high grade taser.
It was like a chick taser, like that goes in the purse type of thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten hit with some good ones. Dude, I'll tell you what, brother. Fucking Poopies from Jackass.
dude. Yeah, I wanted to meet that guy. He's friends with all like the like Lost Dogs kids too.
He's wild.
I think he was at Forest. I might have met him. I forget.
Got you. Well, you should see his ass.
Okay.
It is burnt to hell because he's just tasing
He keeps
himself.
tasing himself?
Dude, he
And
won't
like,
stop.
leaves marks forever?
Dude, I'm talking about his ass. Looks so bad, dude. Whatever we were, I was doing his podcast. He was getting tased in it, and we pulled his pants down to get tased. And that poor bastard. I was just like, you know, he's doing the damn thing. He's part of the crew.
I mean, he's got to like it, right? Kind of. Like, not the tasing part, but just like I mean, I don't know. Maybe he just truly doesn't give a fuck and he's doing it for the, you know, exposure or whatever. But like, you got to kind of like, you know, putting yourself in those situations if you're going to be, you know, top dog on Jackass type shit.
Yeah, maybe he's coming on the show next month, so I'll have to ask him.
That'll be a
dude.
fun one.
I'll have to ask him
I'll
about
tune
that.
in for that one.
I'm gonna have to ask him to see his ass. But yeah, what was pepper spray getting like?
Oh, dude. So I was I lived in China for like a year when I was 18. We were at this club. My homie was like belligerently drunk, like mad about like some girl, I think, and I don't know what it was. And he started like just acting out, like yelling at the security guards and shit. And I'm just standing right next to him, right? And so he gets it straight in the face. I get it straight in the face because I'm just right next to him, trying to get him to, like, pulling him out of this, you know, place. And he just starts like screaming and running around because he's like belligerent, just like screaming, like freaking out and crying and shit. And I was definitely freaked out. It definitely hurt really bad. It burned for like probably 45 minutes. We went to a like a little like a kiosk type of like just street vendor thing, and we bought a bunch of milk and just like you had to pour it in your eyes. That's what you're
But
supposed to do.
aren't you supposed to do it upside down? Because if you just pour it like this, it just
And it runs over your face.
and then
Yeah,
it gets
that's
on
what
your
happened.
dick.
Oh, it didn't get on my dick. Thank God.
Oh,
I had clothes
dude.
on. I wasn't naked, but
But still, I mean, like the liquid could go
could've
down your
soaked
pants.
through, yeah.
Dude, I fucking ate some Buffalo Wild Wings one night, dude. Fucking the blazing sauce.
That's a good one,
That shit's hot, dude. It was my ex-girlfriend. She fingered me later. And
Okay.
she had eaten them, and
Wow.
I'm just screaming. I'm like, get your fingers out of
Dude,
me. She
well-
thought I hated it.
I mean, I feel like girls have to deal with that shit all the time. So good job taking one for the team.
Yeah, dude, my asshole's on
Yeah.
fire. I'm like running to the bathroom, putting ice cubes on my asshole.
Is that different from just like when you eat too much spicy food? And
Oh, yeah.
you're like taking that
'Cause-
horrible shit.
Because that's secondhand hot sauce. That's
Yeah.
just straight up
it's
hot
not
sauce.
Just like it's not just raw like that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, interesting.
I was in tears. I was
Good to know.
sweating.
I'll avoid that in the future.
I was sweating. I'm just glad the pepper spray didn't get on your dick.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it could be. You know, I'm sure someone out there is doing that on purpose. You know,
Oh, dude, there's a kink for everything. Somebody has a
literally
kink.
anything.
Like someone cannot get off unless they're shooting a gun.
That's got to be like kind of common. I feel like that's like a power thing. You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
Marine.
Like, they're like, I feel so powerful right now. Yeah.
It's just a fucking
Dude,
Marine.
probably, right?
He comes home from the war and he just brings the M16 into the bedroom.
Dude, not for me. Not for me.
Fucking like in American Psycho,
Yeah.
just looking at himself in the mirror with an AK.
Dude, what's some weird things that people would get off to, man? That's funny.
So I have
go ahead.
I have a friend. He uploaded his picture on a feet website, and some older man paid him $100 to send him photos of his feet with beans in it, like smashing his feet into beans.
Dude, I know this story, and I don't know if I've ever told this on the podcast. So I know a gal that may or may not have been hooking up with an offensive lineman of the Dallas Cowboys at one point. And this motherfucker paid her X amount of money to walk around all day barefoot, in her socks, and then boil the socks in water, make him drink the water, and lick her feet clean.
Interesting. I mean, thousands of dollars. She doesn't have to do much. Dude.
She doesn't have to do
I'd
much.
fucking do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Fucking.
What do you think about the furries?
What? So they just
More
dress
power
up?
to you. They just dress up like animals, and I don't know if they have sex in the costume, or I imagine you have to kind
They
of
do.
take it off, right?
Yeah, no, they do.
They have
There's
slots,
flaps.
they have flaps.
Ooh. It's kind of.
I mean, it's not. I don't get it, but you know, again, like with all of this shit, just like I don't care.
I don't know, dude. That one's wild to me.
I would
Have you
think
seen the
it's
furry convention video? Like where what's his name? Like Andrew Callahan. I think he got canceled now, but fucking
How'd he get canceled?
Dog ass no brace guy. You should watch his video. He actually did the best like
what's his name?
apology in cancel culture that I've seen. He was like, "Yo, I did this shit, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop doing all this shit. Here's exactly what happened. I'm owning up to all of it, and I'm so sorry." He was like being pushy. He was like, he wasn't there's a gray area kind of, but definitely not something that is okay.
Yeah. He just got too lost in like the how far can we push this bit type thing, probably.
I think he just when a girl would kind of reject his advances, like basically what the girl said was like, he kept asking until I finally said yes. You know what I mean? Which is like technically he got a yes, but like it was pretty much under coercion, and there's a power dynamic and whatever there. So
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it negative.
Dude, I was watching my fucking I was watching my stepbrother just strike out like a motherfucker, dude. I'm not even like. We went down to Florida for a bachelor party.
Oh no!
And he's just walking. We're at a bar and we're just watching him just walk like group to group of girls and just strike out. But it was still like super impressive. Where like it wasn't even like, hey,
balls, though,
he wasn't even like, hey, I'm gonna go do this. He didn't even like. He just got in the bar, grabbed a drink, and just went right to him. I was like, that's balls, dude.
Dude,
I was like, damn, dude, you striking out. He says, yeah, but eventually I'm going to hit a home run. He's like, I just got to wait on the fat bitches to get here.
Oh, my God.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He's a wild motherfucker, dude.
I still haven't listened to the cousin episodes. I heard
my redneck stepbrother.
Yeah,
that's who it is. That's who it is.
Okay.
That motherfucker's wild, dude. Listen, I'll tell you what. If you want to make a friend, because we're just down in Florida, if you want to make a friend in any bar in Florida, it works.
Bring this guy?
No. This works every fucking time, dude. You just walk up to a guy and be like, that ain't a Bud Light, is it? And they're like, hell no, it ain't nobody. And then instantly you're talking shit like in a fun way.
Yeah. Okay.
I did it as a joke. But it worked every single time. And I just ended up making a lot of friends.
I mean, dude, it's a real thing. Like, Bud Light's down right now. Modelo is the most popular beer in America now.
Yeah, dude.
It took the crown from Bud Light. Did you know that?
No, I did.
Yeah.
I actually...
I thought it was just a Denver thing. Bro.
I had heard it. No. Yeah, my buddy's a beer rep out in Mississippi. And I asked him, what's the biggest beer right now? He said Modelo.
Well, you got Beer Connects, right? You got the PBR sponsorship and shit.
I do. And I'm drinking a Modelo right now. But someone...
Don't say that on the podcast.
I said it. But I mean, someone just left a fuck ton of beer at my house. So I've just been drinking it.
It's all the same to me, to be honest.
I haven't bought beer in a minute, dude.
Yeah,
I usually drink. I haven't like just drank. Just yeah. I ain't been drunk in my drinking. Fucking whatever. I used to just drink at home all day. I haven't done that, and I've been feeling good.
Dude, honestly, it's just like it's a pit. Honestly, I don't like whenever I like go through phases where I'll drink like 2 or 3 beers a day. It makes alcohol less fun when you actually do it for fun with your friends too.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, you feel a little bit shittier in the morning. It just kills like a little bit of motivation for me.
Well, I'm just trying to let my tolerance get back down, dude, because I can drink like a fucking champion. Like I said, I went down to Florida, and that elevation difference.
Yeah.
Because whenever I lived in New Orleans, I could drink like a fucking champ. Mm-hmm. Then I moved out here, and then I couldn't. But then I could. And then now I'll go down there, and I'll drink like 20 beers, and I'm still good.
I know, it's kind of crazy. I had the same experience in Costa Rica where I was like, we were out there drinking these things. They're called Cuba Libres. It's basically like canned rum and Coke. It's like 8%. And me and homegirl must have crushed like 11 or 12 of these throughout the day. And I just like feel pretty much dead sober. I'm like not even wobbly. I woke up the next day, no hangover, right as rain at like 7 a.m.
But as soon as you start taking shooters, dude, it's over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Lord. I don't know. What's a weird thing that gets you off, dude? That's a funny concept. Weird things that get you off.
Talking about fetishes?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, honestly, I feel like I'm a little vanilla for this shit. Like, honestly, like, weird thing that gets me off.
Prayer?
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely not. That would be an anti thing. You know what's the worst thing? The worst thing, honestly, for me is bass music. Like, when somebody starts playing bass music
while we're
fucking, I'm just, like, so distracted. I'm like, dude, like, that fucking snare over there, or like, oh, that pattern is so sick. Like, I'm literally out of it. Like instead of
we're talking about turn offs now, dude.
Oh yeah, that's a turn off. That's
dude,
a turn off.
If like,
I got more of those. I'm pretty open minded with the shit. I'll do anything once, but like, I don't have any particular weird fetishes, honestly.
I can't have the TV on while I fuck.
Yeah, I don't like any of that shit.
Because I'll be listening to the TV.
I'm trying to be locked in, making eye contact and shit.
I listen to the TV. I'm like, Kill Tony will be on. I'm like, that's a funny.
You ever had someone put your own music on?
Yes.
That
fucking weird.
That does not do it.
I hate it when your drivers in cities, when they pick you up, they're playing your tunes.
Yeah. Oh, I never had that happen at first. That'd be kind of crazy for me if an Uber driver was just already playing my music.
I'm not talking about Uber drivers, just like say like the promoter like sends
dude,
dude, actually I've had it. I've had it happen with an Uber like twice.
You're getting big.
It was last time I played Mission Ballroom. I got into an Uber and I saw all the stickers on the back of this person's car and I was like, oh fuck. And I get in and literally my song's playing and he stops, he turns around and he goes, shut the fuck up. I was like, hey, and he's like, I'm taking you to the show. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna be there.
Do you think your fans expect you to be like really drunk all the time because of the PBR shit?
Yeah.
And then you're just not.
Sometimes I am.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'll have fans be like, dude, remember this last time you said this, that, and that to me? I'm like, was I drunk?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Remember that time you told me to go fuck myself?
Yeah, I probably did.
Dude, at WCON last year, I was fucking pissed drunk just because like I was, just walking around, just shotgunning beers with everybody, just having the time of my life. And when I get drunk, I start talking shit. I'm not mean. I'm a fucking.
I mean, you built up your thing, so I don't think anyone's gonna be that offended. At this point. You already have your whole persona, dude.
They're like, Taboo. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And they're just laughing. I'm like,
made that guy's day,
dude. It did, and it was fun. Like they were laughing, I was laughing, and I was just like, this is fun.
Yeah,
this is a good fucking time.
You did a good job. It's gonna be hard to cancel you now too. You say enough outrageous shit. That,
all I have to do is not touch a child.
Yeah, just don't do. I mean,
which is gonna be really hard. Stupid. Well, what's been going on with you, man? We've been fucking going on fetishes and Adderalls and furries.
Yeah.
I still don't get the furry shit,
dude. The furry shit. I'm telling you, got to watch the All Gas No Brakes furry video.
I think I'm gonna go watch. I'll watch that.
It's like 10 minutes long. You got to do it.
I'm gonna check out furry porn.
Okay, yeah.
I'm off porn.
I mean, Kyle, can we pull it up? What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm off porn, dude. But I'll watch it.
But yeah, I try not to, honestly.
Watch
apparently
porn?
you're not supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Try to be a healthy guy. Seems like it's not super positive, but I do sometimes.
Me and my girlfriend both watch porn. We watch that shit together.
Well, that's healthy.
I definitely dated a girl who would send me crazy porn all the time for a little while.
So I feel like that's healthy.
That was pretty fun. You know what I mean?
It sounds fun.
Yeah, but like by myself, I'm not trying to I don't know. It's hard. Like you're conditioned to if you're gonna whack off, you're conditioned to
look at your phone.
watch porn, right? So you ever try to do it without it? It's kind of hard.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I switched. I just wanted to get better at jerking off with my thoughts, and then
really get in touch with yourself.
Yeah,
it's a divine moment of clarity right there for you. Yeah.
Legit.
Figure out maybe that's why I don't have any fetishes. I got to start just thinking myself.
Oh, dude, if you're just using your mind, it's not going to go that far. You got to just stumble across some weird video. That's what it is. You're innocent until you find
group chat and start sending each other stuff. Maybe we'll figure it out.
You're innocent until you stumble across the wrong video, dude.
I feel like now, if you have a kid, right? How are you going to protect them from all this shit? By the age of 8, they're going to have an iPhone. They're going to find all this shit between the ages of 8 and 12. All the gnarliest shit. They're going to watch a video of some cartel dude on TikTok, cutting someone's head off. There's going to be the gnarliest porn that's it's all stepsister shit too. These kids
yeah,
have
that's
weird
fucking
ideas,
gay,
bro.
Dude. Give me the real shit.
Why is it all that, bro?
Give me my sister.
I'm not trying to think about my stepmom.
Yeah,
it's weird, bro.
Yeah, my stepmom. No, not my stepmom. My stepdad.
Yeah.
Fucking around.
He's a hunk.
Dude, no, that is a good point, man. I fucking, because I want to have kids, dude, and I think about it. It's just not even just the porn. It's just the internet also telling you to be angry about certain things.
Oh,
the internet telling you about who you are, and kids are so impressionable. They see something and they think that that's them, or they need to be that thing, and it's just whenever I was growing up, dude, we just go outside and play.
Oh, straight up. Yeah. My kid's getting a fucking yard and a nice little secluded area. I grew up in Vermont, and that shit was tight. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm good for it because I didn't grow up in a city with all the crazy shit going on.
Same, dude.
I had fucking wholesome relationships with my friends in high school, and it was a good upbringing,
Yeah, dude. Same.
Lots of shit in the woods. We went snowboarding and hiking and shit.
We didn't have all that, but we did a bunch of hunting and fishing.
Yeah. And I just went fishing with Easy Bake last weekend. It was so fucking fun. We caught nothing, but got two sunfish.
That happens. I know. Me and Boogie, we went out. He's got a fishing camp deep in the bayou. Mm-hmm. And it's 3 hours away from New Orleans.
He seems like he would have a fishing camp deep in the bayou.
This is dad's, but it's a good crew, man. They're super fucking awesome. But he'd been talking all this shit about this fishing camp for years, and then he finally asked me if I wanted to come. Bro, we were on the boat for 12 hours. Caught no fish. A bunch of crabs, but the South had just had the biggest freeze it had ever had. Mm-hmm. So all the fish might have just, I guess so. Fuck, yeah. I didn't know, dude. But we didn't catch none. But we still had a great time, man. It's not always about, that's why they call it fishing. They don't call it catching,
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Have you ever done the what's the thing they do in the South, the catfish shit, where you stick your hand? in the holes?
Yeah. So we called that mud fishing back home, and I did that.
Is it scary? I feel like I'd be kind of terrified. Can't you catch a snapping turtle in there instead?
Oh
right?
yeah, dude. I know somebody lost fucking half their pinky on that shit. But
still want to do it though.
Yeah,
it sounds so fun.
It's fun, dude. I had a blast doing it. I was 8 or 9.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought those were big. Those things are fucking big.
Oh
aren't
yeah,
they?
dude. My uncle was helping me.
You got to wrestle it.
Oh yeah.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a good time, dude. You're sitting there fighting, dude. Fucking fishing pole. Them catfish are big, dude. I love catfish so much. Mm-hmm. God, I miss catfish.
Get on a little po' boy.
Oh, my
I
mouth.
was just in New Orleans like a month ago.
Yeah.
Went out with my ex, who's like just my homie. She's awesome, and we got like a crab. What was it called? Crawfish boil.
Yeah, look at that
that's
big
a
boy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a huge catfish.
We should get a TV put up behind you, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying.
What if you got one? You should get one over here, so they can see it.
Ooh,
Then you can pull.
but then
you
we
can pull shit up.
But then we could get in trouble for copyright stuff.
No, Mitch, I've been researching on copyright. I'll talk to you after the podcast.
So we should put a TV up right there?
Yeah, I'll explain the rules and stuff later. I think we're safe.
Okay.
All right.
When does that hit? You know what I mean? Like, because I always think about this because, you know, I have uncleared samples in a lot of my music that I hide and whatever.
Yeah.
Or like vocals, like, you know. And
Got to be
you know,
careful with that.
If
I mean,
the
a bunch.
content,
I've seen way worse, you know, that has, you know, millions and millions of plays.
I've done way worse.
Yeah, I probably have too. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I won't say it on the podcast, but I have samples in most of my music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From random shit, and they're little pieces or whatever. But like, you know, it's fun.
you're allowed to use up to 15 seconds of
That's not
content.
true. That's not
without
true at
it.
all.
That's bullshit.
No?
I
That's not
agree.
true at all.
Because you can take like an
You
8
can't
Might be
second
different
loop.
from music.
You can't use any seconds.
I think there is like a 5 second thing or like
There's
a
not.
3 second
That's a-
thing.
that's a
Is
myth.
that a dated thing?
Yeah, that's a
I
myth.
learned that in my I did a music marketing minor, dropped out of school and only did like 2 of these classes, but like
What school, dude?
University of Vermont is where I ended up going.
Hell yeah.
My state school, free shit. So
Tight.
didn't want the debt, bro.
Nah, dude, I looked that shit up. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. At
It
all.
doesn't. I mean, me and Smith, we just put out a song called "The Fixins," and it's literally sampling Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, fuck
So
yeah,
good.
fuck yeah.
Like we get in trouble. I put out a song called "Goku."
I mean,
you know
you're
what I
good
mean?
on SoundCloud, but I'm always like, you know, like I just made this edit of a Saba song that I fucking love. Like it's a fire ass Saba song, but like I'm using like a half of a verse, another half a verse, like another section, and I'm using like basically the whole beat. You know, I just
Yeah.
like took the bass line from the song and like made it into a drop and stuff. But I'm like, I can't put this on Spotify. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do it.
I mean, I will.
Yeah,
I want to. I mean, how do I reach out to like a rapper? Like, who does anyone know how to do that? Like,
I've only got
through my management. I think I need like more clout with management to like do that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I need a crazy manager who like knows Warner Brothers.
yeah
have to
something
reach
like
out
that.
to
Yeah.
the label.
I've only had.
They're not gonna respond to my ass.
I
though,
got
bro.
samples cleared once.
Really?
So my song "Spawn of Satan," that's Mark Rebier on it.
See, he seems like he clear anyone though. That dude's the shit.
Yeah, he fucking cleared it.
Of course he did.
And
Yeah.
so that was great. But here's where it becomes a problem, right? So like say you sampled, like let's just use my song Goku for example, where
Mm-hmm.
I literally sampled Goku doing a Kamehameha. Like that's fine out there in the world. If it blows up and gets really big, if
Then it might get taken down.
yeah, if
type shit?
Kojima, oh, it's not Kojima. Who is it? Funimation?
Funimation.
Yeah, if Funimation
Oh, yeah.
sees that and they're like, yo, fuck that, they can come and get all your money. Bauer, you know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
took
he got it all taken.
how much can we we've talked about this before,
That
but
song
did,
has like a
yeah.
million
Like a-
views on YouTube, bro.
oh dude, he lost
Holy
I think
shit.
he lost like 95% of all of that
Oh my god.
because he had a sample in there that wasn't cleared.
And what are you supposed to do? Like, you don't even know the song's gonna be a hit. You're supposed to go like reach out to the label that's not gonna respond to you and try to fucking
You're supposed to just
Clear
not
it?
use it.
fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
Living
right.
in the digital world, you can record anything and you can split stems now. Like, there's no stopping that. Like, we're all gonna be doing that.
Yeah, I had Josh from Yeah Me Too on the show, and we were talking about it, dude. How cool would it be if there was like a system in place to say, hey, I used this sample, so I'm going to send X amount of royalties directly to you for using this sample, but I'm still able to release the song.
Yeah, dude.
How cool
someone
would that
who
be?
has the connections could actually make that as a business model, and that would solve a lot of things.
Yeah, dude, you'd be able to fucking do so much.
I heard that. So if you want to get like, if your thing's getting tagged, like when you upload it to SoundCloud or something, and it keeps getting taken down, you have to frequency shift stuff. So instead of pitching things up and down, which is logarithmic,
Yeah.
you have to frequency shift things because then the harmonics get a little out of whack because it's all linear, right? So like each harmonic is like, it starts to sound out of key, obviously, but like each harmonic's gonna be out of whack. So if you frequency shift stuff, the detection algorithm doesn't work anymore.
Dude, so I was talking to Comas today. Andre, he's my roommate. He was releasing 2 Post Malone flips that he did today, and SoundCloud kept taking them out. So I had to tell him what I did. So I released a 303 remix a long time ago.
That makes sense.
And I did 60 seconds of silence before the actual song came in. So it's just 60 seconds of
You
dead
just
silence.
dropped it on SoundCloud like
Yeah,
that?
it did the best comment on the silence part. Someone commented, "This is my
the
favorite
best
part."
Dude, yeah.
So like that's another way to get around it, you know, which I don't get. Like I get why they're taking it down, but like people aren't monetizing like those bootlegs on SoundCloud, and even if they are, they're
Well, you have to turn off monetization so it doesn't get flagged. 'Cause
no.
the
Even if you
monetization
turn off monetization, you'll get flagged.
Well, my understanding is like, so I had this flip. It was a flip of this Nuages song. Nuages? I don't know. It's French. And it was had like this Alan Watts sample. It was like a pretty famous song. It had like
That's
4 million plays.
Enzo uses those samples all the time.
Hey, Overthinker hadn't even come out yet when I made this song, so I think he stole it from me.
He stole the idea.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Everyone's fucking done that already.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like slightly like that Enzo song rips. By the way,
Yeah.
he's the fucking man. I love that guy.
Did you listen to that new EP?
So fucking good. He showed it to me like a couple months ago, and we were supposed to make a beat, and we haven't really made headway on it, but hopefully we will soon. But he showed me the whole EP, and I was blown away. I was like, this is the type of shit that you should be making. Honestly, like this shit, just like that shit hit for me. That's like, I mean, that's my kind of favorite kind of music too. Is like the down tempo shit. So like that's where my heart and soul is.
Yeah, he came over. We were finishing up our collab, and then he was just like, "Let me show you some shit." He showed me some of the EP, and I was like, "Yo." But I didn't hear it in its entirety until it came out. And I was like, "Fuck, dude."
And he's like me too. He's all tripping about everything. He's like, this one's not there yet. I'm like, dude, I can't fucking.
It's been like 2 years to write 6 songs just because he's such a perfectionist.
And then like the last year is just like dialing in like the 3% that makes it a tiny bit better. You know what I mean?
That no one
I'm trying
notices.
to cut that one out. You know, I've been trying to cut that out lately.
Oh, dude, I'll say fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
I'll spit on my keyboard and walk away.
I mean, I don't know what that means.
I'll just disrespect that shit.
Disrespect it.
Fuck the 3%.
Throw your keyboard at the wall.
Yeah, so the artist
really
for Bauer, the artist who made the original track, said he's happy if somebody's using their weird music and make it into a big track. The label did go after him. He did lose a lot of money, but I can't find the number.
I got told it was like 95% of the royalties.
Yeah.
You think the fucking artist would have some say in this? You know what I mean? Because like
Oh,
as
no.
it goes, like you think like, would you be pissed if some kid bootlegged your song and made a banger out of it? Like I just think it was sick.
I'd be pissed if it got bigger than what I made.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of on you, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's
Damn
just
it, he's better than
yeah,
me.
you know? Fuck
It just pissed me off. No, so I don't blame the labels at all. And yeah, like the artist has some say so, but usually when you sign with these labels, you sign the rights of that song over for X amount of years.
Catch me not doing. I still haven't signed a contract yet in anything. Like I'm on Mind Warp now. Like my manager, who's been with me since day one, just moved over to Mind Warp. Fantastic squad, by the way. Like they're fucking awesome over there. They show me so much love. They have their shit together too. They're really put together. Like helping me with opportunities, like branding.
Oh, I
shit.
love those
They're the
guys.
shit. They
I
do
love
my
those
merch
guys,
stuff
dude.
too, and they kill it. Oh shit! I just lost my train of thought.
No, I love the Mind Warp dudes. I've been trying to get Tank on the show for a minute, dude.
Oh, you should get him on there.
Tank's
Yeah.
my boy. He said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'm busy this week."
Dude, Will.
Tank, if you're listening to this, motherfucker,
Yeah, get on this shit.
come on, boy.
Yo, I bet Will do it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will do it.
But I just love like Tank's got such a great sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he'd be
Yeah,
fun to
I
sit
know.
down with. I don't know Will as well as much as Tank.
Dude, the first like couple weeks I met Tank, I thought he fucking hated me. I was like, dude, this guy doesn't like me.
Oh, I still think
And
my
then-
manager
yeah.
hates me.
yeah, right. It's just like he's just like on his like he's put together. You know, he's a professional.
Yeah.
So I was like, he doesn't want to chop it up. He doesn't like me. Like whatever.
Too busy, bro.
And then like after hanging out in the past like year and a half, I've been like, oh, this dude's the fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know, he does vocals too on some immersive songs.
Yeah, that's what
I forget what his moniker is, but it's pretty fire too.
Yeah, that's fun. But yeah, you said you haven't signed a contract. That's what you were getting at.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just saying it's cool of them because like, you know, I talked to my agent is Tynan, who also works at Mind Warp.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when I initially came on with him, I was like, okay, like what does this look like? Like, is there a contract? Like, you know, I was asking all these questions because I'm sussed out about the fucking music industry, and I didn't know the dude. You know what I mean? So I was asking him all these questions. He's like, dude, like check this out. Like, there's no point in signing a contract until you're making like tens of thousands of dollars, $20,000 a show, maybe even higher than that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, if I do something to wrong you, right, you have a platform where you can speak about it, right? And that's worse for me than whatever, you know, $1,000 I could have stolen from you or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And on the other end, you know, professionally for you, if you fuck over me, like, we're not going to go to like small claims court and get like $1,000. You know what I mean? Like nobody's going to like sue each other here over this contract. So the contract really just doesn't hold any weight anyway. You know what I mean? Because there's not really any action you can take on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it once you're making like stupid money.
Once you're making real, like if I'm making $100K a show, then yeah, like, you know, somebody fucks up the payment, that's pretty fucked up. You know what I mean?
If I'm making $100K a show, dude, I'm touring for a year and I'm pretending like I don't know nobody, dude.
Act like I don't know nobody.
Exactly.
I'm out this bitch, boy.
Dude, the crazy thing is it's exponential though, dude. And like if you just release like a bunch of bangers the next like year, like you could.
It
be
could
doing that.
happen,
Like
yeah.
it snowballs. calls, which is actually kind of fucked up if you think about it, because like, you know, the headliner's making $500K on some of these events, and then they got local support. They got support for fucking $500 because they can't say no to the show because they get to play for 3,000 people. You know what I mean?
You're not making $500K on a show unless it's like a arena or something like that.
I mean, how much
like festivals?
How much do you think Skrillex got for MSG? Right? It costs like $125K, I think, to rent out MSG. We looked it up the other day.
How much did it cost?
$125K to rent it out.
$125K. How many people can Madison Square Garden hold, Kyle? And let's say the ticket prices, what do you think they probably were, $50-$60?
Yeah, I mean, they could run it up on that shit because, I mean, they sold it out in what, like fucking 7 minutes?
Yeah. I was
unannounced. Like, they know they can run it up, so I don't know.
Let's look at the capacity
Probably
here.
close to $100.
Well, think about it. He did Red Rocks with no support.
Yeah. I mean, that's guap too.
Minimal.
That's only 10K.
19
like, what's
19,500
Okay,
capacity.
all right.
19,500. Let's say like an average of $50 tickets. Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's a lot of fucking money.
How much?
A lot of money.
$975,000.
Okay, but he actually, honestly, no. So you're right, because he split that with Forte and Fred again, right? And then there's
Maybe
whatever
you
the
don't
venue's
think
done.
I don't think he's splitting that with them when the bill
I
is
think
Skrillex.
honestly, at that point, like when you're making that much money and you got a jet,
Yeah,
already,
he's probably
like,
helping
he
his
probably
boys.
doesn't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah,
You
helping
know
his
what I mean?
boys out.
Fortet deserves the bag too.
So yeah, I guess you're right. When you're Skrillex, you can make close to $1 million. I mean, I know Martin Garrix at one point like was making like $500,000.
I mean, I know
Per show. I
know from a specific show that Tipper got 400 for a show, which is crazy.
That's wild. So yeah, at that point, maybe it makes sense for your managers to
It was
make
a
you sign
festival.
a
It was a
contract.
festival, not a show. But,
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, it is a thing, you know.
But no, you're right. The difference in pay is like ridiculous.
So it's kind of crazy, right? Because everything is completely exponential, as is like anything that's viral, right? Like anything goes viral on the internet or whatever, and that's how fans, you know, build too. Like your fans build exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
So the crazy thing is, like, 1 year you can make $1,000 a show. 2 years later, you're making 10. 2 years later, you're making 100. You know what I mean? Like it's totally possible to go that way if you maintain momentum.
And that's, dude.
Or if your music has enough like popular value. Like I probably won't ever get there just because, you know, like the
Not with that attitude, you won't.
Well, check it out. The market for the music that I like isn't as big as like if I made Big Room House or Tech House, right? You know what I mean? Like they just simply have 10, 20 times more fans to fill up, you know, shows.
See, here's where I think you're wrong. You're correct for right now.
Yeah, but not in 5 years, I hope.
Yeah, because you make like pretty like deep and like, what's the word, dude? How would you describe your music?
Dude, I don't know. I hate that fucking question. I think like
Get over it.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, I'm here to answer questions. So, yeah, I would describe my music as melodic. It's like percussive driven. I mean, it's a combination of like a bunch of music that I like, right? I mean, as is most people's music. So
Yeah.
it takes elements from like down tempo shit. I mean, I take a lot of inspiration from people who are currently killing in the bass scene and like try to figure out what they're doing and implement some of their workflow into mine. Like,
Yeah, well, all the
I hear,
elements you just described is Skrillex's new record.
well, dude, that was actually inspiring to hear because like I heard like 3 of those songs and I was like, dude, this sounds like fucking me or my friends. What the fuck is this, dude? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like this is Skrillex?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Super cool.
That's good for the bass scene, and
Very
that's
good.
a really good, you know, point in your favor here for bass music blowing up. I mean, I see, you know, just from touring, I've been touring for like 2.5 years, and you know, I've come back to some places, and you're watching these like small promoters build up, like scenes in like different spots. You know, like you go to like some town, like you go to like Kansas City or whatever, and Clayton's building it out. I think that's St. Louis. My bad. Like you go to like Kansas City or St. Louis or like some of these like spots where I wouldn't expect to have like a pretty fire bass scene. And there's these promoters there who give a shit, and they're losing money on some of these events, but they're doing the most because like the scene's growing, and I've gotten to come back to some of those spots and watch how much they've grown. And so I'm just watching this happen, and you are too. You know what I mean? It's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, dude. St. Louis and Kansas City got great scenes, man.
Oh yeah, those were two that popped up because they were random cities I didn't know, and they happened to smack. You know?
Yeah, we sold out both of those stops on my tour were sold out, and they're like ratchet. You know, the crowd's ratchet, and those are my favorite type of crowds, man.
You probably get really fun ones, honestly. I
they're
get
wild.
great crowds as well, but you know,
Oh, dude, they're
yours
wild.
Are like, yours are gotta be fun and wild.
Oh, they're wild, dude. They're yelling at me to like while I'm on stage, show me your butthole, you know, things like that.
Hell yeah.
And that's fun, dude.
I always say like people come up to me because I make like deeper music and stuff, and they try to shit on like other genres, you know,
Really?
like random fans and stuff. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm so glad you're not making rhythm or whatever." I'm like, dude, I kind of like rhythm. You know what I mean? And also like they have fun. Like, you know, say what you want about the rhythm crowd, but they have fun out there.
They're raging.
They're having fun. For
Have you
sure.
seen the rhythm girls?
And then the kids in the back at like the Tipper concerts are just standing there like this, like,
yeah.
like judging the fucking songs.
Have you seen how hard the rhythm girls headbang?
Dude, they go crazy. Yeah.
They go nuts.
I tried to do it for like 5 minutes a little while ago at Electric Forest. I think it was at Void or something.
Yeah.
And I was like dizzy. I was like, how do you do this, bro?
I went to a show at church. It was like right when I moved out here. I went to church for like a hot minute when I moved out here because I had some time off and I was just going to a lot of shows. But like they have that basement stage at church where it's usually just like tear out fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of chicks in there just throwing the fuck out of their necks. And I was just like, damn, bro, this shit's wild.
Dude, it's sick. And at least they're not scared to express themselves. You know
Hell
what I mean?
no,
So
dude.
that's fire. Yeah.
I know like a Sullivan King who calls for like an all-girl mosh pit. Like
Shaq did it at Electric Forest. He kept yelling. He's like, where's my mosh pit? He goes, ladies only mosh pit. He was honestly, it was cracking me up. Honestly, not my vibe in terms of music selection at all, but he was so funny.
I saw this video. Someone posted on Twitter. It was like Shaq loves the mosh pit because every single they just clipped him hyping up the crowd before the drop. And it had something to do with the mosh pit. Ladies in the mosh pit, get up in the mosh pit. It's just like everything he was saying is about like where the fuck's the mosh pit.
Bizarre career trajectory.
Dude,
So sick.
I want to have him on the show and just talk about how long has he had this passion for bass music in his heart.
There's a sick interview actually.
Damn it!
I can send it. No, it's only like 5 minutes long. It's a clip, so
Okay,
you
cool.
got him. But he says at one point, this was the coolest shit ever to me when I heard it. He was like, there are 2 times in the world where my head is completely clear and I'm locked in. And it's when I'm in the court and when I'm listening to bass music. And I was like, dude, what? Like that's coming out of Shaq right now? Let's go.
Dude, I connect with that so fucking
And he
hard.
says bass music. He doesn't even say dubstep. He's like, I fuck with bass music.
Dude, that's me. When I'm on the court and when I'm making bass music, dude, like
Yeah.
where I'm listening to bass music.
You see him retweet the Tipper thing the other day?
No.
He's
on the tip vibe, dude.
Somebody tweeted it's on my go through my like Twitter, you can find it. I reposted it. But fucking somebody just like added him and he were like, yo, Shaq, you ever listen to Tipper? And he goes, that motherfucker a legend.
Dude,
like, hell yeah.
I'm ready for Diesel to
gonna pull up
fucking
the
smoke
Tipper
some
and
DMT at Tipper and Friends and then just change his whole style. He just starts playing like trip step or whatever, dude. Trip hop.
I mean, the thing is, it's not even impossible. Like the world's so fried, this could totally happen.
Dude, that would be a trip.
It'd be amazing.
Steph Curry just becomes a tech house DJ.
See, that's you know,
Sick.
he would play tech house too, probably.
Dude, did you see this? I'm big into sports. They were doing the PGA golf tournament this week. Fucking Steph Curry did a hole-in-one on golf. I'm like, what can't you do?
Yeah, I have no. It's ridiculous.
That's nuts.
He just like is good at anything that involves using
A
his
hole.
hands. So like, yeah,
Getting things inside of a hole. Yeah. Damn, bro. Yeah, dude, that'd be a trip just seeing fucking Shaq. Like, imagine like if Shaq like just turned into LS Dream.
dude, that's what would happen. Dude. We get the bucket hats and the
LS Diesel, dude. That'd be awesome, dude.
That'd be amazing.
I would buy tickets tomorrow.
If they ever collab, that's a perfect name.
Oh,
too.
dude, LS
Yeah.
Diesel. God, they got to do it.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
Sammy's
now.
coming on the show here in a couple weeks, dude, and I'm gonna
Nice.
fucking tell him we gotta get some LS Diesel.
Dude, yeah. Dude, that dude's cool as shit too. When I like first started
man.
out, like I think I went to Voyage. It was like the second festival I'd ever played, like maybe the 4th show. I got super lucky because like Chloe found my music, hit me up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to your festival. She's like, come play. So I got super lucky. Got to like go in the back and meet everyone and stuff. And I was so nervous and shit. And I ended up talking to Sammy for like 20 minutes about like all sorts of shit. He gave me great advice, like just about like how to maneuver in the scene, like just like different things about making music and creativity. And I just like, he took time for me when like he didn't even know I was, you know what I mean? And that's cool, you know, to see. You know, I try to do that to people, but I don't always have the energy for it. So like, it was cool to see that, you know what I mean?
He's a
also
man.
dead sober, he told me. He doesn't do any drugs and hasn't for like several years.
Yeah, dead sober, dude.
Which is why he's like the most normal, like locked in person in the green room every time. You know
Oh,
what I
he's
mean?
really that spiritual motherfucker,
Yeah,
dude.
that's like actually him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not like his brand, which I didn't get for a while. I thought it was like branding. You know what I mean?
No,
Which
it's
made
him,
me
dude. That's
not
literally
like it as
him.
much, and then I realized that's literally just like he's being fully like forthright and honest. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Made me like it so much more too.
him and I's conversation is really funny because he'll be on some spiritual shit and then I'll make a dick joke about it. Just because I can't help it,
It's
dude.
like not the vibe.
No, he loves it. He has a good laugh about it, dude. But yeah, it's like, yin and yang on that front.
Do you ever have anyone here who just like shut you down? They were like,
What,
dude,
like on the show or just in general?
Like you're being offensive. That's not the vibe on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. but I played it off really well.
Yeah.
Whenever I can tell someone's uncomfortable, I feel like I'm
Gotta
pretty.
back off, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good at that. If I think I'll take it wherever we can, and if we can't take it there, I'll back off. It's no big
Well, I guess
deal.
you also do all the comedy shit, so you got practice with that, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, and it's worse on stage. Podcast is easier.
Do you get people that come up to you at festivals or like that was offensive?
No,
No,
not
really. I loved your the Bloom one was the first time I saw you do comedy. I thought it was hilarious.
Were you there for the whole time?
I was there for the probably last like 35, 40 minutes
Of the show, so you got to see my whole set.
I got to see most of it. I think you were already starting, like had already started when I walked in, but I didn't know for how long you were going.
That one was fun. No one's ever.
The closer was really good. You're like, I make all these gay jokes, but hey, I sucked a dick, so you guys can't talk shit. I was like, there you go.
Yeah, dude. That's my
Covers your
favorite.
ass
That's
right
my
there, yeah.
favorite joke.
It's a good one.
It's the most risky joke too.
Well, no, I think it's pretty good because, like, I think it's good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Unless you're lying, and then you're gonna get in trouble.
I guess I'm gonna have to
He
just
ain't
put
lying.
up a. I was like, dude, trust me. Nah, man. It's no one's ever come to me at a festival and said it. They'll get online and do it all day. It's just like whenever people get online and talk shit, but they would never say it to your fucking face.
Dude, that shit's crazy, right?
Yeah, because like I will fight somebody.
I got in like 2 like random Twitter hater feuds in my life, and both of them just taught me to just never engage with anyone like that.
Dude, it's so stupid because
I
it
started
makes.
actually muting people. which I've
Uh-oh,
never-
look at Kyle.
Uh-oh, fucking
hitting
up.
the lights, dude.
Fucking up.
Dude, but it is bullshit because it's like it makes you not want to go online a lot of times. It makes you not want to say what you want to say.
Exactly. It's like the opposite of what you should be doing, right? Which is expressing yourself and like just being yourself, right? I don't know. It's the mob mentality too. It's like the, I think unfortunately like the biggest part of it is like regardless of what the issue is on either side, like the people who get the most fucking likes or like upvotes or whatever the fuck it is on Twitter are like they're just like they say something kind of clever and dunk on the person. Like it's just about dunking on someone. It's not about like if you come
not
with like
about
if you come with a
correct.
straight up argument that's like good, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't actually get engagement the same way that just being like, you dumb motherfucker, like this is why, whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just like roasting someone.
Yeah, no one's on there trying to see what the other people see. Like no one's trying to understand
Nah,
why
they're
you
just trying
think a
to
certain
talk.
way.
It's like being in a room full of people on cocaine, bro. Like no one's listening. No one's listening. They're all just trying to say their bit, dude. You ever been in a room full of people on cocaine?
Yeah, dude.
Because I've definitely done that. And
Yeah, it's the worst.
literally sucks. Dude.
It is the worst, dude. It's
What
the
a
worst
waste of time. Dude.
It's the worst when it's
nobody's
the
even gonna remember
promoter.
it either. Oh, it often is, bro.
Dude, it's worse when he's the promoter and he's trying to tell you about all the shit he's trying to do and how he wants to bring you on. And
We
you're
should
like,
collab, bro.
yeah. And I'm like, please quit talking to me.
And then you got to be polite too. Like you got to be polite and maintain that.
Oh, I'll talk shit, dude. I'll talk shit, dude. I'll be like, bro, what are you saying right now? Do you even know what you're saying with your coked up ass, dude? I'll get on them, man. Because I mean, I guess that people kind of expect that from me, but I'll get
Exactly.
on. I'll get on
That's
some.
what I'm saying. You set yourself up for that, bro.
Dude,
Good
I
job.
think I'm just socially autistic, dude. I just be fucking. I don't even think. Like, I can't tell you how many times my tour manager has been like, "Yo, Mitch, what did you just?" Because like, if I see it, I say it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean bad by any means. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings ever. But like, sometimes you got to call shit out.
I do feel like that sometimes. Sometimes I'll just say things that are like, "Oh shit, like that was not tactful." You know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah, where was the strategy in
what
that?
was I trying to do here? Like that's not gonna make anyone feel better about whatever's going on here at all.
Right, right.
But it's just honesty. It's got to come out, and I think most people are understanding of that and have the similar kind of like tendency.
Going back to what you're saying, dude, on the internet, people don't even want honesty. They want you to be like them.
They want to be right, bro.
Yeah, they don't want the truth. They don't like it. I feel like a lot of people are scared to be themselves nowadays because it's like they're scared of what other people will think about it, and I think that's fucked up. It's like self-censorship, which is like very bad.
Yeah, definitely overall a negative phenomenon, and it comes from like all the rest of the shit the internet's doing right now with putting people in these little like their little bubbles or echo chambers or whatever, and it's partially too because the algorithm feeds you what it already knows you're interested in.
Yeah.
So it just pushes you in one direction or another because it's feeding you the shit that it thinks you want to hear. You know what I mean? So it's actually putting you in a box on purpose. And then that causes all this division, which people profit off of in like a bunch of different ways.
Dude, I was wondering why the fuck I was getting like so many like Republican like crazy like
Dude, I get
far
all this
right shit.
insane shit on Twitter.
Well, dude, I was wondering why I was getting. I was like, why is this my algorithm? But then I realized I followed my aunt on Twitter.
Oh, there
I was
Yeah,
like,
see.
okay. I was like, it's just what she's retweeting.
Dude, yeah. See, I'm wondering, like, there's gotta be one, right? There's like one person out there who just hates trans people that I'm following on Twitter. I don't know why I'm seeing this shit, dude.
Twitter thought I hated trans people for a bit.
Yeah, dude, no,
Which came out of nowhere.
It thinks I do too. I have no idea, bro. Like,
No, like the
I've
people
never
on
even-
Twitter, not the algorithm.
Those people, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you liked something about like sports or something.
I
and
liked
they were like,
it was this surfer, and she was a champion surfer, and she said she was going to get into a surfing competition if they allowed this person who was a biological male to enter the surf competition, and I liked it because I like a lot of sports stuff, but also like if that's also good for her. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't support her decision. That's fucked up.
That's a tough debate because like, you know, in something like, it seems like to me, like in something like wrestling or something like where it's like about like physical strength, like that would put people at a disadvantage. I think it's really up to the athletes to figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe like an open class thing would be sick.
What
I
sport-
still think it's cool. I think, you know, I'm in favor of, you know, trans people being able to compete however they want. I think if it becomes an issue, then like, you know, people should rectify that maybe, you know, for the athletes, but if as of right now, it's not. You know what I mean?
What are you
so it's a lot
talking
of,
about?
like,
It's
pre-outrage.
there's been a bunch of issues with it.
Is there like some fucking like male to female dude who's just like killing everyone in a certain sport?
In the UFC, there was a
In the
trans-
UFC?
yeah, there was a
UFC, there's
trans
swimming,
woman.
college swimming. What was the name of that athlete?
In the college swimming?
Yeah, it was a college swimmer. I forget the name of her, but I forget the name of her, but like which college? I forget what college it was. Yeah, what is it? What is that college?
Former University of Pennsylvania swimmer Leah Thomas.
That's what it was. So yeah, it has been like an issue in certain things.
Okay, yeah. I'm not like, again, this isn't like an issue I follow, so
Right.
I don't want to speak on it because I don't understand it very well.
Right.
And I know there's another perspective that I'm not, you know.
Well, a good
considering,
example is the UFC one. In the UFC, there was a trans fighter who started competing in the female division. The name of the fighter is Fallon Fox, but dominated. And I'm not talking like, oh, that was a good fight. I'm talking like, you know, bullied the competition and is destroying these women who had great prospect, you know, careers and stuff, because biologically that person, this trans person, is stronger just in every way, bone structure, muscle mass, you know, in every way.
No,
and
like,
that's where the problem is.
I get that argument, you know what I mean? But I just like to hear, you know, how the female athletes feel about it, and let this decision be up to them, you know. People like to comment on all this shit, and like, I don't know, it's like anything, you know, it's like the same thing as Twitter, you know. People like to just like, they like to have their opinion and stick by it, and for me it's like, I want to know, you know,
Both
how
sides of the coin.
they're the fucking people who are affected by it, so they should make the decision, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the teammates of Leah Thomas did speak out.
Yeah.
And that's when it became like a really big
A couple women in this UFC division retired after several dominations.
That does suck. I think
what sport would a transgender, doesn't matter where they're going into, wouldn't be an advantage? Like
archery.
bowling?
I think it would have to be, maybe bowling.
Ping pong?
It's anything that doesn't have to do with strength.
Yeah.
And basically, like, I honestly, like, as it goes, potentially surfing too.
Potentially surfing. I've never surfed.
Yeah, I mean, there's finesse there. You know what I mean? And if you look at like I'm a big snowboarder, right? So I've been following snowboarding for a long time.
Yeah.
And if you look at like when I first started snowboarding, like the coolest trick anyone had ever done was a double cork, you know? And now there's fucking 16-year-old Japanese kids doing fucking like 5 or 6, like fucking crazy shit. I don't know if they've done 6 yet, but they've definitely done 5. And now you got like 12-year-olds at your home mountain who can rip doubles. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
And so like, and girls are doing doubles and shit too. So like, it's not a physical thing. You know what I mean? Like in that scenario, like maybe it'd be harder to do 5 or something. But like in terms of that, like sports grow at like a mentality rate too. You know what I mean? And like every year we see records broken in lots of different sports because the bar gets set higher, and that makes the middle more achievable to people that progress more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when Tony Hawk hit the 900 for the first time.
Yeah,
like
now
a week
now
later.
there's kids doing it.
Yeah, there's kids doing it now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I got my fucking
I think
ass
some kid
kicked
did
on
a
the
1080,
court.
right?
Huh?
I think some kid did a 1080, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
13-year-old.
13-year-old. Yeah.
dude? I got my damn ass kicked
Should they
by
kick
this.
him out because he's smaller and it gives him an advantage doing 1080s?
He
When he's
got
playing the
sponsored.
kids,
He got
yeah, he's
picked
playing
up.
the kids
But here
division.
you go, like just a tangent to the trans thing, right? Like in some cases, right, like gymnastics, right, like or in this scenario, skateboarding, right? Like he has an advantage because he's smaller than the rest of the people, and so he can spin faster, move through the air like that. You know what I mean?
Is he in the kids division though, or is he in just main
he's
division?
in the fucking pro division because he's doing 1080s. You know what I mean?
Tight.
But should they not let him compete because he has an unfair advantage based on his body?
No,
You know what
I
mean?
wouldn't.
Like,
That's
definitely
kind of
the other side of it.
No,
This
I
is a
definitely get what you're saying.
conversation that needs to happen, though. People are scared to talk about it.
Yeah,
They just want to shut everyone
makes
down.
People are not scared to talk about it. It's all over my fucking Twitter. Bro.
It does make people uncomfortable to talk about it because people are scared if they say the wrong thing that they're going to get in trouble or offend somebody. When then it's like, we're just having a conversation. And so like, I definitely hear what you're saying about that, but like, dude, the fucking UFC, dude. Like you wouldn't want LeBron James going up against Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying?
No, I see you. Like totally.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
That'd be nuts.
But I
mean, I kind of want to see. I kind of do want to see it.
I mean, here's the thing though, right? Like, so trans people in general face tons of persecution in all other areas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're most likely to be assaulted or sexually assaulted out of anyone in the country. They're like, they face all this shit. Like half the South is trying to make their very existence illegal.
Yeah.
Which also goes into politics and like the inability to vote. If you make being trans a felony,
Yeah.
they're not voting for it, right? They're not voting for a Republican person. Like
Right.
there's almost no trans Republicans. You know what I mean? And so if you make
you're right.
if you make it illegal to be trans or illegal to have an abortion, right? That actually impacts the people who are allowed to vote and skews the voting in your favor, right? If you make it a felony to be trans or a felony to get an abortion, if you're a felon, you can't vote.
Yeah.
So
that's a damn good point.
That's part of it as well. But again, like, you know what I mean? Like here with like the sports thing, like, I think it hits for a lot of people because there's already like this crazy history of persecution. A lot of people who don't want them to be around, they already got to live through all that shit. So like, just like hitting them with another one, people are just like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Whether it's more of like an empathy thing, like whether or not you're right, like it's maybe not the right time to be all up in arms about this because so many people are up in arms against them in other ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, it's just, to me, it doesn't impact me. So it's not like, I'm not gonna be out here talking about it just because it doesn't bother or affect me.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a UFC fighter, if you're a female UFC fighter, then I think you should speak out about it if it's something that bothers you or impacts you.
They're the ones who are impacted the most,
and they should have the power
say.
in this scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely think like you definitely leave it up. You're talking about like the abortion and the surgery. Like leave that to people, dude. You're a fucking adult. Make your own goddamn choices.
It's the same thing with like dressing however you want or like fucking. You know what I mean? If you want to fucking change your genitals or something, like why the fuck would I care? Like go do it if it makes you happy.
Dude, I worked at a gay bar back in Mississippi, and so I knew a lot of trans people.
Yeah.
And like they're not like these loud, like the internet like perceives a lot of trans people as being like loud and pushing it onto
with the stereotypes.
pushing it onto kids and stuff. Dude, all the trans kids, like people that I knew, like I said kids, but they're adults. All the trans adults I knew back home, they just like they're not like talking about it. Just like leave me be, like let me be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I feel like all those trans people that I know, they just wanted to be fucking treated normal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, and of those people who want to be loud about it and speak out, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of their right because they are being persecuted. You know what I mean?
Like a lot of it is just
talk about
I feel like a lot of it that's being loud is like the internet to try to cause division and like these big corporations to try to see inclusive when all they're doing is adding more harm. Like the whole Bud Light thing.
Yeah.
Where all they did was do more harm than good. Not only to themselves, but like to that whole community.
You think so? Because it might have just opened the narrative a little bit more. I mean, it definitely made more division, right? But
no,
also like people were talking about it.
They didn't back.
What did they even do? They just
Dylan Mulvaney. They didn't back her. Like they just bailed on her, and then because
wait, who's Dylan Mulvaney? I'm lost here.
I think that's the name. So that was the whole Bud Light situation.
I just know they like did something in favor of trans people, and now like
Dylan Mulvaney is a trans woman, I believe. And if I'm incorrect about any of this, I'm apologizing because I don't know these people from the back of my hand. You know,
sure.
I don't know these people that well.
Sure.
But Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so what they did, it was Bud Light, just all they did was pay Dylan Mulvaney to do an ad, like celebrating X amount of days of transition or hormonal. I can't even say. Thank you. That's a tough one, dude. Therapy. And it was like just a celebration video of that sponsored by Bud Light. And that's what caused all of this. But then also Bud Light like tried to like course correct and didn't back like Dylan Mulvaney or anything like that. Like didn't like,
you gotta pick one or the other, dog.
Exactly.
Like, come on now.
It says here they pulled back on their marketing efforts towards the LGBT community, which has caused disappointment in the people with more inclusive points of view.
So now everyone's annoyed at them.
Yeah.
That's just an L. They fucked up. Yeah.
Should have made a plan and stuck to it.
Yeah, but also like that plan wasn't genuine. You know what I mean? They weren't doing it to actually support that community. They're doing it so, hey, who's not buying our beer? It's all like a corporate mindset. How can we get these people's money? Yep. Which is fucked up.
And now they're smarter than that, and they're like, fuck these guys. Yeah, interesting. Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess fuck Bud Light either way. Yeah.
Either way, dude. No matter what side you sit on.
I'll go back to PBR. Yeah.
There you go. Amen.
Not that I drink Bud Light though. Honestly, I don't really like Bud Light.
Dude, my girlfriend drinks Bud Light. Really? That's all she drinks, and it's really funny when we're out because like that's like our friends and chill. We be talking shit. Is that Bud Light right there? Because it's just funny.
I'd even go for like a Coors or a Miller Light if I was gonna go for a light beer, which I usually don't. But you know,
what do you go for?
Modelo's pretty much.
Modelo.
I guess that's a light beer, basically.
Kind of. It's a good beer.
It's an in between.
Yeah, it's in between. But fuck, man, this has been awesome. I know we got some fan questions I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Kyle, do you have anything you wanted to ask Kyle? I like that we were able to get deep right there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. It's
the best.
Open book. I'll talk about whatever.
Yeah, it's the best, man. When we just fucking talk.
Yeah, I was wondering, when I say, have you ever had a favorite pet or something in your life, or a pet that stood out to you, or a family pet or something? I was wondering if you could just reminisce on it and tell us about your favorite pet.
That's a good one, dude.
Okay.
I like it.
Well, I've had a couple. I had when I was growing up, I had a cat named Louie and a dog named Kip, and I fucking loved that dog too. Goddamn, that was an amazing dog. He was a chocolate lab. Didn't know how to growl. He was just like a super chill.
He didn't know how to growl.
No clue. He'd never growled. Nah, he was just like kind of dumb and super happy. Big vibes. And then when my mom met my stepdad when I was like 12 or 13, and we had to give away the dog and the cat because of his allergies. And that's still like the biggest grudge I hold in my life. I'm like, God damn it.
You still haven't forgiven your parents?
No, I never will, honestly. Sorry, Mom.
Dude, dogs are the best, man. I have puppy fever hard right now, dude.
Oh, dude, I've thought about it.
I want to get a dog.
Yeah.
As soon as I buy a home, I'm getting me a corgi.
I need to have a little more of once I live in like a place where I know I'm going to live for a couple years, and then like maybe if I'm touring less, which I feel like isn't going to happen in the next couple of years. So I'm thinking maybe a cat, because they can stay at home for a couple of days. My roommates will watch them. They're a lot more low maintenance. I'd rather have a dog, but a cat.
Cats just lay there all day and just think about the annihilation of the human race. That's all they think about.
They're definitely scheming, right?
Dude, they want to see you burn.
I don't think they like me, but
Yeah, they don't.
But
they pretend
they're
to
in it for the food, dude.
They're toxic women. Dude, I just started watching The Boys. You ever seen The Boys?
So fire. Wait, is the new season out yet?
I don't know. I just started watching it.
Yet.
Oh, dude, I'm not even gonna tell you.
Well, please don't tell me. But I was watching it with my buddy, and I was just like,
show.
Jesus Christ, the women in here are so toxic.
Oh, dude, yeah,
they're so toxic. Just manipulating as hell.
Who do I like? I like Starlight. Everyone in that show sucks though.
Everyone sucks.
I mean, I don't know how far you are. Everyone sucks.
Season 2.
There's not a single good character.
No.
Even your boy Freddy fucks up sometimes. You know what I mean? Like everyone, it's definitely paints people as pretty shitty.
Dude, it's such a cool show. It's just like such a big flip on superheroes and like corporations. Like it makes me think about corporations.
Huge parallels to like politics and stuff.
Yes,
too.
dude.
And
the pharmaceuticals,
celebrities, like all of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like making people feel safe so they invest. It's fucking wild.
It feels modern too, which I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely like this is the fucking 2023 type show.
Commentary on today's society.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, dude. I like that show.
Yeah, no, me too. I don't like any dude, I gotta be honest, the Marvel shit fucking does not do it for me. I don't like it.
Well, you more of a DC guy?
No. Those are even worse.
Those are way worse.
I don't think they've released a good movie yet.
The Flash is really
Flash?
good.
Okay.
It's really good.
Didn't that one just get panned like super hard? That's the one with George Ezra, right? Or whatever that guy's name is?
Yeah, I don't know if it's George.
He's got the polycule.
Polycule?
You gotta look this guy up.
What happened? I know he's got like a lot of controversy.
For kidnapping, first of all.
Whoa.
And then he has this like, he calls it the polycule, which is like, he's in like 100-person relationship. They're all dating him.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Dude, I have Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller.
Or like the biggest ego in the entire world. You know what I mean?
I have one girlfriend, and that's a fucking handful.
That's what I always say about that shit. I'm like, 2 of you? No way, dude. I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, like Mormons. Like, how do they have like multiple wives? I'm like, yo, fuck that.
I think all they do is like, hang out with their wives and like churn butter and shit. I don't know what they do over there.
Are they Amish, dude?
I mean,
The churn butter and shit. Yeah, dude, that dude's wild. Yeah, but the movie was really good. The movie was really good.
Which one? The Flash?
The Flash.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not like anti. I just think
dude, you should become anti. Why not?
Okay, yeah, fuck the Flash.
There you go.
Whatever you say, bro.
Dude, die on the hill.
I'm trusting you here. I jump off the bridge. You jumped off.
Yo, why not? Back to Kyle's question, dog, like favorite pet. So I've had some great pets over the years, but like this wasn't even my pet. I only was around it once, but I knew this cowgirl that had a fucking pet raccoon.
Oh shit!
And that thing was fucking tight, dude.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, my dad was like seeing this cowgirl for a bit.
What's a cowgirl?
She like literally,
cows?
she works at the rodeo. Like she
Okay.
literally would like, you know, fucking race her horses and all that shit. She's a straight up cowgirl, dude. And like her job was in the rodeo. But dude, I got to her house and I'm just on the couch eating Sonic, and this raccoon comes to sit right next to me, dude, and just sits right next to me. And I just hand it an onion ring, and he just grabs it with his hands, like, and just starts eating it and watching TV with me. I was like, this is cool as fuck.
That is cool.
Dude, and I was like petting him. He was chill. And I walked away to the bathroom. I come around, that little fucking trash panda was like head in my bag, like holding it up, looking.
Oh, yeah, he's scrounging.
I mean, it was all gone, dude, but that motherfucker was going for it.
Dude, have you seen the video of the guy who just feeds raccoons hot dogs?
No.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It's like this old guy. He sits and he gets like a Costco, like 50 hot dogs. He just sits on his porch and all the raccoons come around and he just passes them hot dogs. He's got like 40, 50 raccoons.
That's fucked.
And he's just passing them all hot dogs just like as fast as he can. They're all just grabbing the hot dogs with their little hands.
He's making a mistake, dude, because they're just going to
yeah.
tell all their homies, dude. They're straight up like.
Oh, that's what he wants then. He's like an old guy, you know? This is his thing. He like once a week, he goes on his porch, fucking hands out hot dogs to the raccoons.
I don't know why raccoons remind me of like the Chinese mob.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know why. They're just Chinese
looking for
mobsters, dude.
man.
Yeah. But dude, I've been watching these videos lately of like parrots and birds and shit that can talk.
Okay.
It's crazy how like intelligent birds are.
Do they know what they're saying?
Yeah. He's
They
like,
do?
yeah, because the dude's like testing him. He's like, what is this color? And he's like, red.
No
What's this
way.
made out of? And he taps and he goes, glass. I'm like, this is fucking cool.
You know what's fucked up is you think that parrot wants to just chill in a cage all day though? Like
No,
that's what I
because he
think.
gets treats after.
All right, you know what? Maybe, but probably not, dude. I bet he wants to fly around. He's got wings, you know?
Dude, I don't know. I'd do something for treats.
Stay in a cage all day, I'll feed you.
I'll
I
do
think you'd
tricks,
hate
dude.
it. Yeah.
I'll do tricks. Damn, it sounds hot.
Fetish, new
Put me in
fetish,
a
yeah.
cage, daddy. Fuck. Nah, dude. But yeah, watching birds like talk, like, and they talk more now than they have ever done. Like they're just getting smarter and smarter. Like in 100 years, they're gonna be having conversations with these birds, like straight
Dude,
up.
I hope so.
That'd be so
Be
sick.
tight.
Dude, I don't want dogs to ever talk.
They'll be saying dumb shit, bro. They don't know what's going on.
Dude, especially because some dogs are racist.
Oh, probably.
Dude, no, definitely. Oh, he's feeding them the hot dogs. No, dude, these are just wild coons.
Dude, yeah, you got to skip like it's like a 10-minute long video. You got to skip to
oh
halfway through.
my
They're like
God.
all on his arms and shit. They're everywhere, bro.
They got some sharp ass claws, man.
I mean, but they're you know, again, they're trying to get the
Just
snacks.
gonna get some hot dogs,
gotta
but
behave,
but
yeah.
why not kill them and take all of them?
All the meat, think
All
about all
of
the
it.
pelts you could get.
All
Oh, the hot dogs?
Yeah. Why don't they just kill him?
Oh, well, because they're gonna get it all anyway.
I know, but what if there's that one diabolical Chinese mobster in the group? You know what I'm saying?
He's still gonna split the hot dogs with the homies. If he could get the whole bag for himself, maybe he'd kill the guy. You know?
I know, but like, listen, like you see the one right by his shoulder right there?
Could be
What if
thinking
he's
about
just
it.
like, man, fuck this fool. And he just goes for the neck, goes for the jugular. Then he's got all the hot dogs.
Look at how they pick it up with their little hands.
Dude, it's crazy. I'm telling you, when I
yeah.
handed that raccoon the fucking onion ring, dude,
Yeah,
he just ate it like a normal. And we were watching TV. Shit was wild.
that's amazing.
But I was saying, yeah, dude, dogs should not speak, dude.
No way.
My sister has a dog. His name's Buster. And it was bad because, like, anytime we had, like, a black friend come over, he would just not stop barking at him. I'm like, why are you racist?
God damn it.
We didn't raise you to be this way. My dog's so racist. Some dogs are like that, dude.
Dude, yeah.
I had some black friends who, like, they would not, they're like, my dog don't like white people. I'm like, damn.
All right.
It's the only form of racism I've experienced is
Yeah.
from animals.
Animals.
That's funny, dude. But yeah, what other animals would be cool if they could speak?
Dude, I'm
Fish.
thinking. My first one is definitely elephant.
Ooh.
I feel like elephants know some shit.
I feel like they're like wise grandfathers.
Dude, they know shit. Have you seen the thing where like they'll like return to burials? So like when their friend dies, they'll go back to the spot where it died, like for like 20 years. They just keep going back.
Damn, that hurts.
There's also this one video of this chick. It's like this chick in India. She got stomped on. She got mauled by an elephant and killed. Right. The elephant comes back to her funeral and stomps on the casket again.
Damn, fuck
It's
these
a real
elephants,
thing,
bro.
yeah, dude. I mean, I'm just saying they got some. They at least have some solid
intelligent.
memory. I want to know what they're thinking. You know,
Yeah, they have feelings.
whales.
An
Whales
elephant-
probably have some cool shit to say.
An elephant in eastern India killed a 70-year-old woman and then returned to her funeral to trample her corpse. The incident occurred in Odisha State, and Thursday police said Maya Murama was at the tube well drawing water and I don't know how to say that. District's Raphael Village
Try.
then went wild.
Try.
Mayor Bonge.
I just wanted to hear you fuck
District Ripple Village. Then the wild elephant appeared out of nowhere, stomped her ass out.
up. Damn, bro. So they're thugs, dude. Some of them be thugs, smoking cigarettes, have a bandana on. Dude, you might have a tattoo under
That's
the
gangster,
hooves,
dude. Showing up to the funeral like that.
Yeah.
Or he knows some shit, and she did something bad, bro. Maybe
yeah.
she's like, maybe she was a pocher, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
probably
Elephant spitting
fucking
on her
elephant.
grave.
he remembered, like, she killed his homie or something.
Dude, yeah. A fish could speak. I would want a fish to have like a Mexican accent.
That'd be kind of, yeah.
Yeah. What you doing in my waters, fool? That'd be so great. I love that, dude.
Well, they probably do have accents, right? Like to other fish. Like, you know, like this motherfucker's from the Caribbean for sure. Like,
Dude, fishing would be ruined.
yeah.
Or it'd be better.
Hey, fool,
depends
put
on-
me back.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dog?
Dude, I feel
Put me back
bad.
in the water.
Yeah. I feel bad, bro. Like, I don't know. I felt bad. Like, we were using live shrimp in Florida.
Yeah.
And putting the live shrimp on the hook, dude, I felt awful.
Best bait.
Dude, yeah, it is the best bait. But, I mean, I don't know. I felt bad, bro. I'm like fucking up this poor fish, too. I don't know. I felt pretty bad. I killed a fish on accident. Like, it was just like out of the water for too long. We were trying to get the hook out. And we threw it back in. We thought it was still alive. It just like floated there. And a pelican came in and got it.
So you do. It's just
Cycle of
it's just
life,
circle of life,
yeah.
dude. You can't feel bad about it, man. Fishing's that's how we eat, brother. You know, but dude, it would suck pulling out like a little bluegill out of the water. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
"Fuck, sorry."
You know,
I'm sorry,
swimming, bro.
but I love fishing, dude. So don't start speaking fish.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down.
dude. Birds would be assholes. You know, like
Birds are already assholes.
Yes,
yeah.
birds aren't real. Actually,
Oh, true.
birds aren't real.
Government.
Yeah. I love it whenever like they go out to like I've seen that sign so many times on ESPN like College Game Day where like they're sitting in front of the crowds talking. You'll see the one sign where it's like birds aren't real. I'm like that guy's.
I think it's a joke now. Though,
Oh, it
right?
100%
Like I
is.
don't know if that's I can't even tell with this shit.
It's
Sometimes
yeah.
all
He
a
said
joke.
it
It's
started
like a
as
flat Earth guy. Like, do you really believe in this, or you just think you're being funny? I don't even know.
It started as a joke, but the news articles picked it up and stuff, and so he just leaned into it. He's been making money off of.
got a
birds
website.
for
Ad
years.
T-shirts. I'm sure.
He's
yeah.
got a website too.
Yeah.
Probably selling some ads on the
He
on the
doesn't even have a
site.
job anymore.
See,
Come with one catchphrase.
what a great one good catchphrase. Put it on the internet. Maybe it can happen. Think about this, like the one girl that said, "Catch me outside." How about that? What she did and
Rich.
ran with that fucking phrase.
Dude, yeah. What's her name again?
Yeah, what's her rap name?
Bad
Danielle
Bobby.
Bergoli?
She's Bad Bobby.
Dude, she looks like she is like transracial at this point. She looks like a black girl.
Yeah. Did
Like
she
I saw like a lot of black girls on the internet calling her out.
Did she get surgery or something? Or
I
she's
don't
even
know.
Getting the melanin shots or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Oh, that's a thing, bro.
Oh wow.
I learned about this in fucking liberal arts school, bro. It's like if you're white and you want to be black, you can take these shots and it'll change the color of your skin.
Whoa.
I mean, Michael Jackson kind of did it in reverse, right?
I got told he like bleached his skin or some shit. That's what they told me.
I don't know what he did, but yeah.
That's some wild shit.
Have you ever seen I want to watch one of the documentaries because I still don't even know if he did it or not.
I didn't watch it because
I mean, what do you think? Did he do it?
probably
Probably. I feel like probably too, right?
Dave Chappelle had the best bit about it, dude.
bet, yeah.
He was like, even if he did do it, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's so funny, dude. Yeah, dude. Holy fuck. She looks. Yeah,
She just looks fake, bro.
Yeah, she
looks
really-
hella fake.
Let's just talk shit
She's
about
got
her now.
yeah.
She's got money. It'll be all right.
She's probably listening too. I know she probably likes this shit.
How old is she? How old is she, Kyle?
Let me look here.
Please look that up.
There was a lot of controversy over people trying to like get nudes of her and shit because she was underage at the time.
I think Kodak Black was in that. I could be wrong.
Did you
Someone
see
told
the
me
video?
that
Did you
shit.
see the video of Kodak fucking groping his mom, dude?
What?
That video is crazy.
What?
Crazy.
Groping his mom?
Dude, yeah, it's crazy, bro. He has mad videos of him doing weird shit, but like
She's 20 years old.
She's got some fat tits.
Yeah, you waited until you heard
Yeah.
the voice.
Jesus.
dude, you know how to like hide a
Boner?
hide yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Flip it up in the band.
Yeah,
we
dude.
all know that. How do you hide like an Instagram post from like specific people? Because I got a post about this, but dude, my whole extended family's gonna listen to this, and I'm like, dude, they're gonna hate this.
Why? Have we said anything bad?
I mean, maybe to my grandma, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. My fucking grandmother's watched some of these episodes, man.
I bet your grandma's hella base though.
I don't even know what that means.
Just like
With the shit.
With the shit.
No,
No?
dude.
No?
She's just an old fashioned Southern belle.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Tell her not to listen anymore.
Yeah.
I tell my mom not to listen, and she'll call me, son. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know you say wild shit on here.
She wants to know, you know.
Just give them a warning, or just tell them don't listen.
My nephews watched us kiss, Mitch, and they were like, "What?
What? Kyle's gay? Why did I just give your nephews a Mexican accent?
They're in New Mexico." So
Yo, why is Kyle gay, Holmes?
I was like, "Boys, it's comedy. We're fucking around." They're
Yeah,
like,
I wanted to kiss you too, though, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it.
Well, listen, I don't want to tell them it was gay. It definitely was.
Yeah, I wanted to kiss my boy, dude. There's nothing gay about that.
Yeah.
Kissing one of the fellas.
Dude, at fucking Forest, like, Eric came up to me and, like, behind me, he was all just, like, on some kind of vibe. And he came up behind me, just, like, reached in between my legs from behind, like, fully grabbed my balls.
Yeah.
Turned me around and then just kissed me straight on the mouth.
That's a good friend right there.
I was like, yeah, we're bonded now. Like, that was like a...
That's a guy.
That was a moment.
That's a guy who truly loves you, or is a creep. But y'all were great friends, because only dudes can do that to each other. And we're like, oh, dude, that's just my boy.
I feel like girls do that all the time.
Grab each other by the pussy and just kiss.
I mean, dude, I don't know, maybe. Yeah. I feel like grabbing by the pussy is a little more intense, you know?
Yeah, grab one by the hoo ha.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, I've kissed Eric.
Yeah, I think he's kissed a lot of people, honestly.
Yeah, I kiss a lot of dudes.
Big kisser, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I've kissed a couple of people, you know?
yeah.
Honestly, as it goes,
You want to
like,
make out?
I mean, I feel like I've never had tongue before. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I like would probably draw the line in terms of something I would enjoy. But I mean, I'm not that grossed out by like, you know, my male friends. I feel like they're just the homies.
Yeah,
It's not gonna kill me.
yeah. Kiss the boys, dude.
Kiss the boys.
Me and Comas, we probably kiss once a week.
Nice, yeah.
I'll just walk up to him and say I love you and kiss him.
Hey, it's been a week, bro. Like, where you at?
Yeah, like New Year's.
Well, yeah, New
I was
Year's.
just-
You
I was
gotta
New
do it.
Year's
Yeah,
kiss.
You gotta kiss someone.
I was like, sorry, babe. I gotta kiss my.
Yeah, I'd be kissing the whole
Slide.
group at New
I gotta
Year's.
kiss my boy, dude. Let's get to some of these questions.
Oh snap! All right, yeah. So my I ain't even got a question. I just want Chmura. Tell everybody about the story about your plug in China. Tell them about the man in China, man.
Your plug.
Tell them about man in China.
Oh shit, that's good.
Tell them about China. All
Bro,
that
this
shit.
story's kind of fucked up, but I'll tell you the story.
China. Trump boy.
I do want to know what it was like living in China too, but yeah, please tell a story.
Yeah, all right. So I went out there like as a gap year type thing, you know, like after high school. I didn't want to go to college yet, and I don't think my parents really wanted to like pay for something expensive or anything. So I was like, yo, look, like if I go to China, it's like 7 times cheaper. I can just, you know, I have enough money to, you know, be here. Like it'd be cheaper than me living at home, et cetera, et cetera. Found these 2 dudes at a gap year fair who were honestly kind of sus now that I think about it. And I went to this school for finance and economics in a city called Nanjing. And there's like nothing to do there, right? Like it's fucking like everything's closed by 10 p.m. You know, like nobody speaks English at all. You know what I mean? And I didn't speak Chinese at the time. I was going to school for it and stuff, but I wasn't like fluent.
Yeah.
So I'm there with like a bunch of kids, like mostly British kids, like 12 British kids, like 2 American dudes.
Damn,
and then,
you're
like,
just surrounded by Brits and
300
Chinamen.
Russian kids, like Russian and
Just all of our
and
enemies.
Uzbekistan and stuff.
Just all of our enemies, dude.
Well, at the time it was fine.
I mean, I'm joking around, dude.
But yeah. Yeah, so like eventually we were like, okay, like let's go find some weed. You know what I mean? So
Shit, do they have weed?
see this part. See, my grandma would hate this, but yeah, they do have weed, and it's like incredibly illegal, right? The thing is, you have like a privilege there as a foreigner because they want tourism, right? So like you won't go to jail for weed as like an American, but they're hella racist in China. You know what I mean? Like
Towards Americans?
no, not towards Americans. They have like a weird anti-racism there where you can get away with more shit. They give you free stuff.
What are they racist towards?
Like black and brown people, they like use the N-word freely.
Damn.
Or like at least where I was, you know, I can't speak for everyone in China, but like at least where I was, and they're super like they're blunt about like gender roles and stuff. Like the whole language is really blunt. And so like for example, like I went to a class there, and she said, in China, you know, we like boys more than girls. You know, we prefer the boys in China. And it was like my female teacher at a college. You know what I mean? Saying this shit, I was like, what the fuck? Like she just said it like it was a fact, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit like that, and with racism, it's like that too. It's just like, oh, this is just the way it is, you know what I mean? It's not like perceived as an issue. because their country is 90% Han Chinese. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
they don't have people of other races there really anyway, so they don't necessarily know. But yeah, so we were buying weed. We found this dude on WeChat, which is like the WhatsApp of China. It's like the chat app that everyone uses, and it's monitored by the government and shit too. You know what I mean? Because they have the whole firewall. You can't use the normal internet there. They like lock down their citizens. There's all this crazy propaganda.
Shit's crazy, bro.
Insane, dude. Insane. But so yeah, we get this shit on WeChat. Hit up this dude. His name's Cannabis Corner. We find him at this African bar that was lit. It was like our favorite bar. It was super cool. And so like he starts dropping off weed. He'd give it to us in little tea packets. It was like sealed as tea. And nobody knows what weed even looks like in China. They have no fucking idea because like they don't smoke it. They don't do drugs in China. You know what I mean? Like it's just bad, so they don't do it. So yeah, we started getting this weed from this dude. Eventually, like towards the end of my stay, like almost a year later, like 9 months later, I find this other plug. I'm talking to him because homie disappeared. I'm talking to him and he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, that boy. I forget what his first name is now.
The old plug?
The old plug. He's like, yeah, dude, he got fucking arrested. And basically what happened is, I think he got like a pound of weed in the mail or something. He was shipping it in from the States. He was the only person who get like normal weed. Otherwise you get like this like brown, weird like hash shit.
That's normal weed.
Well, yeah, there, I guess.
No, brown weed is normal weed. If
Well,
you just,
you know, it's not what we're used to here. You know
No,
what I
it's
mean?
not
So
what we're used to.
It feels weird and it's all tarry and weird. I don't know. I didn't like it. But anyway, that dude, he got it all shipped to the post office, picked up at the post office. The cops apprehended him at the post office. He ran away and got away. And so they took his 2 roommates and they just took him to jail. They were like, yo, we're not going to release your roommates until you turn yourself in. Like, that's what they do there. They're just like, you don't give a fuck. Like, turn yourself in, dude.
Whoa.
And so he
even
eventually...
though they didn't commit a crime.
They didn't do anything. Yeah, no. And so they just like suspected they were part of it. You know what I mean? So they were like, oh, like, you're criminals. We're going to bring you to jail. And so he turned himself in, ends up getting the death sentence for a pound of weed. So this dude got like executed. Like, I don't know. I imagine by now he's definitely, executed, but he was sentenced to execution and put in jail.
Whoa.
And honestly, it's because he was like a brown dude from Turkey too. Like if that happened to me, they would have deported me. You know what I mean? It's because like the levels there, they just assume, basically the rule is in China, like we looked this up, is if they think that you're not, in, what's it called? Like if they think you don't feel bad for a crime, then you can just go to jail for life or have the death sentence. If they don't think that you're capable of rehabilitation, then they'll just kill you because they think you're, a drain on society for them.
Whoa.
Super gnarly.
Were you ever scared living there?
Not really. I mean, we didn't really do any, like, besides like smoking weed and shit, like we didn't really do anything that was like, like really worthy of risk. We climbed a crane. Me and homegirl broke into a construction site one time and climbed a crane. That was kind of sketchy. And like we probably could have gotten in trouble for that and maybe deported for that. But other than that, I mean, honestly, like my friend got caught like smoking a joint by campus security and he told him it was an American clove cigarette and the dude doesn't know what it smells like. So he was like, oh, okay.
I pulled up
Dark
something
story,
here.
but yeah.
It says the penalties for being caught with cannabis are severe in China. Offenders run the risk of receiving the death penalty for being in possession of just 5 kilograms or more. Additionally, strict sentences are imposed, anything from 5 years to imprisonment to life.
So yeah, maybe he had 5 keys somehow. I have no idea. But yeah, he definitely got I don't know why.
Or they could have
This
just
would've been
killed
a
him
lie.
over a pound because he was black.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Like actually though, like straight up,
Yeah.
like I don't know, they say all, you get all sorts of stats from China about various things that are not, it's just the government saying whatever they want.
That's crazy. I mean, they control everything over there.
Dude, they got the point system like from Black Mirror.
Yeah.
You seen that
That's
shit?
just fucked
Use
up.
facial recognition, and if you buy alcohol, they take down your points. If you show up late for work, dude, it's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
if you commit a
Can't-
crime,
social credit,
Yeah, you can't buy a flight. You can't get
you
out
commit
of
a crime,
yeah.
like, dude, that's fucking dystopian.
It's nuts, dude. Like, God, I
blessed to have grown up here for sure.
for sure,
There are
dude.
cool ass people out there too. Like they do have really cool parts of the culture, and like
I'm sure
I
the
met some
group-
cool ass Chinese kids out there that were awesome.
Yeah.
But like it's just like I'm definitely grateful to have been born in a place where I'm free to do the things I want.
Fuck yeah. I'm sure the people there are great, but it's just their government. It's fucked.
And a lot of people like believe it. Like who Mao is? Like he's like the Mao Zedong. He's like a dictator of China. Back in the day, in like I think it was like the 60s or something. He took over China. He won with the Communist Party, forced out the old government, which is now Taiwan, out of the capital, and basically did this thing called the Cultural Revolution, where they burned a bunch of books. They basically tried to overwrite their like thousands and thousands of years of history. He cut the faces off of all the statues, like burning all like he like took all the books out the libraries, burned them, like did all this shit. He also killed more people than Hitler and Stalin combined out of negligence rather than like anything else, but he just fucked up the government. He did this thing where they made them, they planted seeds. So like he enforced that in the whole country, which is super agrarian. And he made them all plant seeds down like a certain number of inches because some scientists said that it would make the plants grow better. So he enforced this and ended up killing like 50 million people or something crazy, or like 30 million people just with that.
Because he wasn't planting the seeds deep enough?
He made everyone plant the seeds too deep, right? Which doesn't make sense, right? Because they need water to seep down to them and like.
And how did that
sunlight.
kill people? Just of starvation, or?
Yeah, starvation because imagine an entire country of like 1 billion people all has like no crops.
Damn.
Something interesting here too. You were talking about the point system in China. I don't know if you guys knew about this. There executives and companies, lots of CEOs and stuff, they have to follow what's called a corporate equality index, or CEI, a score which is overseen by Human Rights Campaign, the largest LGBTQ plus political lobbying group in the world. So basically these companies like Bud Light, for example, they have a score with this CEI that rates them and says how well they're doing to, cater to that group. And if their score is low, then they get in trouble. They want to have a high score. So that's sort of what Bud Light was doing, where they were trying to up that score.
I wonder what the trouble is, or the incentive they get from having a high score. Like what kind of trouble can this branch get them in? You know what I mean? Just like talk shit about them, or like
if they
how
have a
can
low
they have
score?
control over their like company? You know what I mean?
Like if you have a low
if you
score?
have a low score, what do they do?
Maybe it'll make other people not want to do business with you. Maybe this business isn't able to get a loan or like certain tax breaks. Maybe you're taxed more for having a low score or whatever.
Totally.
That's fucked, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you enjoy your time over there though?
I learned so much. Yeah, it was fire. I mean, we traveled around the whole country like by ourselves with like, we didn't really speak the language, and we had to like backpack around the whole country with like two of my friends. That was super fun. There are super beautiful places and places that are like, holy shit, like I can't believe this exists. This is awful. You know what I mean? But there's some gorgeous shit.
That was awful.
Just like crazy poverty and like just like insane so we'd go to these clubs, right, all the time that were like, and they let us in because we were Americans, and it would draw in these like rich Chinese people who like thought that was cool, right? Because they watch all this American media and all this shit. And so like they'd give us free alcohol that was like fake and terrible. They'd give us like fake Grey Goose that would make you hungover for 2 days, type of shit like that. But, like you'd pull up and there'd be like a dude in like, I saw a Supreme plated gold Lamborghini, like crazy, just like excess. And then like right next to it would be like, a person without limbs, like begging and like shit like that. The most fucked up thing we saw was this one child, this like disfigured child. And it was in Nanjing near our school. So we'd see it and we started giving the people money. And then we realized it was with a different person, like every day. And they'd pass around this like, dying child
to try to get
money for someone else. And we realized that the money, like we talked to some of the people who live there and realized that it actually wasn't good to be giving those people money because the people who have the kid actually suck.
Dang.
It's not helping the kid, really.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. I mean, I believe
that happens in places like this too, though. Like you see shit like that in the
dude,
States. Like you see that crazy inequality here. You drive around Hollywood, see mad homeless people and mad like absurdly rich people. But it was just like so in your face there. Like it was just even more extreme.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I saw a guy in New Orleans as a homeless man in a wheelchair with a sign. He would get out of the chair to go get the money out of the car.
Dude, yeah.
I'd see it all the time, dude. Fucking, they were doing what they had to do to get some money. I mean, dude, we're getting the distribution of wealth in that country is insane, but it's also getting there here in the States.
Dude, I mean, homelessness is up 24% this year. I just saw the statistic.
See, I mean, because the thing is, things are getting more expensive and more expensive.
Yeah.
I think the national average went up 24%, but the cost of living went up like 200. I could be wrong
it's
about
some
that
crazy
fact.
shit. Yeah. If you look at the comparisons from the 80s, those are the craziest things ever. You know what I mean? The minimum wage is like not that much lower, and then like a house was like $80K, and then the same house now is like $600. You know what I mean? And a big issue too with the wealth inequality thing, one thing that drives it a bunch is our generation's inability to purchase property, right? Because property is like one of the biggest parts of generational wealth, right? Your rent's cut in half. You're able to, then you have a huge asset you can leverage for other assets and take out loans. You know what I mean? Like it's an amazing investment for most people. And so the property market's gone so far up because, wealth is just like dependent on it, that now people in our generation, like, more than half the people in the country can't afford a house.
Yeah.
So they're paying twice as much for rent, which keeps them poor. You know what I mean? And then you don't have an ability to save or this massive asset that you'll have for retirement later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I've been looking at buying a house. My plan is to buy a home in 2025.
You should, bro.
And I'm more than likely not doing it in Colorado.
But the thing is, like, the market might crash too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it might.
It's so inflated right now, so it's like a scary time to buy a house. But also, like, it might just keep going. Like, who the fuck knows? You know?
Yeah, like a basic ass house out here in Colorado, the average cost of it, well, in Denver, and like but like you can drive
like
2 hours anyway, and it's still the same.
Thornton or some shit.
Yeah, even over there, it's expensive as shit. So like the average cost of like just a basic house, not even like a super tight house, like $700,000.
Yeah.
And like where I'm from, dude, $700,000. You're in a gated community. You're in a mansion. You got
South is crazy like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've only lived in places where like the rent is just like kind of expensive like this. Like Vermont was like, you know, $600-800 for rent in you know, my college town. It's probably fucking stacked now, but you know, it's not like that in Arizona or fucking Mississippi or whatever.
Yeah, Arizona's expensive.
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
Used to not be expensive.
But Mississippi ain't. New Orleans wasn't expensive. It's gotten more expensive, but like
now my homegirl has a 2-bedroom apartment for herself, and I think she's paying $700.
I had a 3-bedroom house by myself in New Orleans in a nice neighborhood, and it was $1,200. But that's for the 3-bedroom house, the backyard,
Dude,
you know, a driveway.
That's insane.
Yeah,
like
so
2 roommates. That's nothing.
I was living by myself.
Yeah,
I'm
why
like,
not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can fucking.
I've always wanted to do that. I will eventually. It's just too expensive in Denver.
Out here, yeah, you can't do
I was
it.
paying $1,500 for like a shitty studio apartment.
Yeah, you can't get it. Can you find a shitty studio apartment for $1,500?
You can, but it's what I said. You know, it's a shitty studio apartment.
450 square feet.
Yeah.
You know, now it's getting crazy. Like the distribution of wealth, and it got even crazier for COVID because the rich got richer and the poor got poorer.
By so much too.
So much.
So insane. Yeah.
And like all these
They
people
might have
who had
hoodwinked us, bro. Like I don't know shit about this stuff, but there's some powers that be there. I don't think that somebody like invented COVID or anything, but I think the rich people definitely knew it was coming and prepared for it. You know what I mean?
think the rich people in the media especially the pharmaceutical companies, didn't create COVID, but they created the fear and created the they created a want of power to say, hey, we need to shut this down, and we have the only thing that's going to open it back up.
There definitely were some crazy power dynamics there, and it all came from these insanely rich people who can lobby for government action and shit like that too. But you know, I do think also like, you know, I took it pretty seriously during the pandemic, and like, I just think like, you know, I was just scared of killing some old lady. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, so like, I'm not gonna trust myself to just know it's all a conspiracy when like, you know, I could be killing my fucking aunt or some shit. You know what I mean? Like that's not, you know, what I want.
But more people died from fucking drug overdoses from prescription drugs than people have died from COVID. And it's just like pharmaceutical people making money off of that first thing I just said, and then also the vaccine. It's just like, you have a problem, we're making money, and we're getting fucking rich, and it's killing us.
Oh, we're on the same page here. I mean, they're so evil. Did you see the thing, what's that one billionaire's name? Fucking Mark Cuban did?
We do.
It was actually pretty cool.
Oh, he opened up a website
company.
Yeah, it's like a pharmaceutical website.
And it's all marked up. It's all marked up by like 30% cost, like everything. So like instead of like these insane like fucking like, I don't know if it's 30%. I forget the number. You know what I mean? But all the markups are all reasonable on everything. So he's still making a profit. You know what I mean? But he's undercutting like every pharmaceutical company.
Good. Fuck them,
Yeah,
dude.
fuck them, bro.
I just watched this
Like
documentary.
800 times profit for like some of these drugs. They're like cancer, life-saving medications and shit. It's fucking insane.
That's amazing, dude. You need to go watch. I just watched this documentary like last week or the week before. It's fucked up, but it's called Crime of the Century.
Yeah.
It's on HBO.
Okay.
Watch it.
Dude, HBO smacks. They don't really release any mids.
No, they don't. But it's a documentary about Purdue Pharma and the OxyContin and fentanyl crisis.
Yeah.
The whole opioid crisis that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And it's very, very, very in depth. A lot of facts and evidence, and it really, I watched it and I was pissed off because I had someone in my family, I have somebody in my family very close to me that was affected by that shit.
Yeah.
That got major opiate problems.
I think it'd be really hard to find someone, especially in our scene or like just around, that hasn't had a friend die from fentanyl at this point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
But these motherfuckers, dude. I don't even know how we got here, but I love that we did. Let's get to another question.
You got it.
Hi, I have a fucking question for the both of y'all.
Fucking question.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you while performing on stage? Ball sack.
Yep.
Shit, dude. Damn, I can't say I've really had anything that was like super traumatic and bad.
Really?
You know, nah, not really.
It'll happen.
I'm ready for it.
It'll
like,
happen.
I've had like equipment failures. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
not embarrassing.
That
though.
happens. You know, well, it sucks when like one time actually I played the show in Florida. I only brought one flash drive, and it started emergency looping, and I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. So I was like, holy shit! I kept trying, and then like I basically tanked that set for sure. Like kept trying to make it work, and then I just kept fucking looping 4 bars. And then luckily my buddy CJ was playing with me, so I just got his flash drive and started playing random shit off of his flash drive. But yeah, that was probably the worst thing. I haven't had like my pants fall down or fucking any like super bizarre shit yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, boring answer, but that's all I got for you.
I've had embarrassing shit, but it hasn't been from DJing. It was playing with bands and doing stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to tank stand up, right? Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, you got to. And you do.
Yeah.
Even when you're not trying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just fucking bomb, dude. But, what was it? Yeah, I remember playing a show with my band back in the day. We'd played this song a million times. And it was like a big lineup, and we were the first band on the lineup. It was our last song, and we fucked up, and we kept on stopping and trying to get back on track where we were in the song. Like, all right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we all just kept on playing different parts of the song. So we just said stop and said later, and it was dead silent. You hear one... You hear the one person clap. It's a big crowd, too, and like we just had to end on that note. That was embarrassing.
Dude, that always makes me feel bad when I'm like in the audience for something. And like, you know, they're ending their thing or whatever, and you're supposed to clap, and like everyone's just like talking and no one's paying attention. Like I'm like, oh, I'm always like trying to clap, you know. I feel bad because I've been there, like I performed, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, if I just saw a completely dead crowd after my set that didn't say anything, I'd be like, oh my God, what have
I just get on the mic and say, fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Let's get to another one, Kyle.
You got it.
Yo, this is Dakota from Chicago. We were just curious when, this is for TVBOO, when do you plan on releasing your next album or project? And also, when does Chmura plan on releasing their next album or project? And when are both of you coming back to Chicago?
I'll be back Chicago November the 11th.
I think I'm back. I want to say the Closey tour goes through there. I'm fairly sure it does.
Yeah.
So I think I'm on that section of the Closey tour, but I can't be certain. I'm launching my website today, actually later today. So
Nice.
all the tour dates will be on there if you want to check. But I'm pretty sure that we go through Chicago. Yeah.
Nice. But he asked about an album. I'm in album mode right now.
Yeah, you keep saying.
I'm in album mode. I'm writing the next album right now.
What's the vibe?
Hype. Oh yeah.
Bangers?
Dude. Fuck yeah.
I want to hear it, bro. Let's go.
I'll show you some shit, dude. I'm jacked up about it. But my cutoff date right now for myself is January the 1st. I'm 21 songs in. I'm trying
too many already, bro.
Well, I'm trying to make 30 and then narrow it down to like 12 or 13.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Of just like the best one.
Don't drop 25 songs.
Fuck no, dude.
Bro.
I did 15 on the last record. I felt like that was too much.
I'm going for like 10. I want to get 10 really good ones.
Yeah. And so that's my plan, to make 30. I looked through the playlist today and counted, you know, which songs I'm like, that's definitely going on the record. I'm already have an album done that I would put out.
You're gonna keep making better shit, and you're gonna have to axe some of them.
Exactly. I have an album that I'm very proud of, ready to go right now. Dude, but I just want to make more.
That's a good place to be.
And I got another EP. I got 2 EPs dropping this year. One, we got an EP with Jansen, and then EDM.
Oh yeah,
country bass music.
That's what you're calling it.
EDM.
So,
yeah, country bass music.
That'll be cool.
I'm trying to put that one out before.
You got new vocals on there and shit.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to release that one out before Wakan rocks, but it's done, ready to go.
Dude, that's one thing I like about you too, is you're not afraid to just push all the boundaries with the shit. Like I look up to that. That's fire.
Oh, dude, you ever used to play Gay Chicken? I feel like that's where it started from.
I mean, I think I can picture what that is.
Push the boundaries, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I just make sure that I think it's fun. And yeah, dude, like writing a country bass music EP was super hard, but you know, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like when I wrote the comedy record, dude. That was the most fun I ever had writing music.
Fuck yeah. I mean, that's what I do too. Like people ask me about like inspiration and like where does this come from? Like, do you just like go up in the mountains and find your vibe? I'm like, nah, dude. I just listen to fire music and like try new like techniques. Like I'll find some sick video on like how to do something cool, or like I'll hear something and be like, how the fuck did they do that? You know what I mean? Like, or like pushing myself to make a new genre, or like, you know, like trying something new. Like that's way more inspiring than anything else, you know?
Yeah.
Just artistically. Like, I mean, obviously there's vibes and you get inspiration from everything in life that you do, but like just trying new shit, like that's how you progress. Like that's why I wonder like how people just make like one like super locked in genre like the whole time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I guess they find little things inside of it to try. But like, dude, I'd go crazy if I had to make like one BPM, one vibe, like forever. You know what I mean?
I was writing funk today.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I was right. It's just a funky track.
That's sick.
It wasn't even electronic. It was just funky guitar and funky bass.
Yeah.
And a fucking sick groove.
Let's go.
You know, and I had fun doing that.
Let's
It
go.
won't ever be released, but I was having fun.
I made like a fake like Tame Impala song one time when I was like trying to learn how to play guitar. I can just play like the open chords though. I suck. But I literally can't bar. But fucking I mean, it was super fun. Like I had to figure out how to do like the processing on the guitar. Like
Oh, yeah.
how to make my vocals sound like fucking, you know, what's that dude's name? The Tame Impala guy?
Is his name not Tame?
No,
Impala- this is-
no.
I don't know.
It's not.
I don't know that band that well. I just made fun of them in a video once, and so that's
Dude,
pretty much.
they're pretty.
Oh,
fire.
dude, I've heard some songs that are great.
Come on, you're
But-
you're a band guy. You should
for
you should
sure.
know what this is.
But I talk shit about everyone, including
Yeah, yeah,
myself. It was just me when I was Mosh Pit Mike and I was at Buku, and everyone's like, I'm like, who are y'all excited to see? Like Tame Impala. Because this one girl literally went, Tame Impala.
Oh my god, we were walking through. Me and Kadari, like one of the guys who just called him, were walking through Electric Forest, and we saw like a Lennium somewhere in the back.
Yeah.
We're like, how many of these people are here just like trying to see a Lennium in the back? You know what I mean? As soon as we sat down next to these two girls that Kadari knows. They're like, oh my god, wait, can you guys take us in the back to meet a Lennium? Like, told you, bro.
Yeah, dude. I mean, of course. And you said no, right? You don't even know Millennium. You're like, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
I got these
two girls
friends.
I just met.
These two girls want to meet you.
Well, I wanted to meet Shaq, dude, but
Dude,
he had bodyguards, bro. He was not.
Yeah, he don't fuck
like
around.
he wouldn't meet anyone. Yeah.
Thing is, he doesn't even need bodyguards. He can just fucking.
That's what you'd think, bro. But people probably come up to him and touch him, and like, dude, people get in your space. You know, you don't want to be the guy who's have to push everyone, and then like.
I mean, I'm not Shaq, and I've had times where I was super overwhelmed by people.
Yeah, I mean, it started to happen to me too, especially here and like at music festivals. Happens to me. The only thing I don't like I totally don't mind. I actually really like, you know, interactions with fans and shit. I think it's fire, and like often people have really cool things to say, or you know, just super nice and inspiring. I've been trying to like just make an effort to remember all that more too. But yeah, some people are just, especially when they're really fucked up, they'll get really close to your face because the music's loud. Their breath is just like super bad.
It's just the breath that gets you.
And I want to be like, yo, like get some gum, dog. But I want to be a dick, so I like kind of like just keep moving away, and then we start moving across the dance floor a little bit.
No, you gotta have your own boundaries, man. I mean, like, I love talking to people. Like, I'll take a picture and say hey to everybody, but I know I was somewhere not too long ago, and it was me and my girl, and we were just sitting down eating.
Yeah.
And this one person's like, yo, Taboo, can I get a picture? I'm like, can I finish eating? And that one person turned into like 20 people, where my girlfriend was like, can y'all step away?
Yeah.
She was just like, yo, we're trying to eat.
Yeah, she doesn't have her sea legs, bro. You've been doing this for a minute. You know?
She doesn't, but also like she said what I was thinking.
No, totally.
She was totally
Valid, yeah.
right and in her own right, but it's just like, dude, yeah, we're just trying to eat food.
Dude, yeah, I can't imagine being like, you know, an actual fucking celebrity. You know what I mean? Like that's
because we're like people know
our
us.
own little tiny thing, but not like actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, like fucking, you know, Ben Affleck walking down the street, going to the
Dude,
King
he's gotta wear a
Supers.
disguise when he wants to go to the grocery store.
Oh, dude, he just sends somebody, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, yeah, but what the wife forgets something, so you got to run to King Supers and get it, and you're fucking Ashton Kutcher, and you're like, oh my god,
god damn it.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I feel bad for fucking for Chloe because she's so closey. She's like so nice. She's so nice to all her fans.
She's an angel.
Always says yes to the pictures and shit. And like, I mean, I think she genuinely enjoys that. You know, the interactions too. But like, dude, she'll pull up to the black box to like see some like small artist she wants to see, and just like it takes her like 20 minutes to get to that little upstairs nook, like the little VIP, whatever the fuck it is, like where the artist can sit. And she just has to like every like 2 steps, she just has to take a picture with another person, and she can't hide either, you know.
Yeah, I mean she can. I go out. I have to wear disguises now when I go out.
That'd be kind of hard.
Like I'll wear like a hoodie.
Yeah.
Or like I'll put my hair up and put it in a hat. Okay. Or I've even done
the hat will do a lot for you. If you wear a weird hat that you would never wear.
I'll even do like a face mask.
Yeah.
Like that goes all the way up to my eyes. Because like I just like to go out sometimes and watch artists and enjoy the night with my girl.
Oh, totally.
And it gets really hard a lot of times, and I have to like apologize.
Well, you're
in
you're in the wrong city for that. Bro.
I know. I have to like apologize to my old lady. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. She's like, it's whatever. She gets it at this point.
Yeah. And one thing I don't like too, like I notice, like a lot of times too in those situations, like not even just my friends, but like particularly girls will get like totally talked over when people come up to talk to me. You know what I mean? I'll be having a conversation with like one of my female friends or just one of my male friends too. Like it happens more to girls though for whatever reason. And like basically like they'll just like completely ignore the other person like in the conversation. You know what I mean?
Wait, girls will do that to you?
No, like people, like a fan will come up to me while I'm with one of my friends type shit. You know what I mean? And then I feel bad because like they're just ignoring the rest of the whole thing. You know, I have to like make an effort to introduce people all the time instead of them like, what should be happening is they should naturally like understand that there's more people there and like include them in whatever conversation it is. Then they're just like standing there for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, my girl gets that a bunch. Dude, just tell her to hit them.
yeah. Okay.
Like, if they disrespect you, just hit them.
Good advice. Yeah. I'll take that.
worst
I'll take
advice.
that to the core. Yeah.
Yeah, take it. Tell her. That's fun. Nah, I deal with that shit too. So it's like, yeah, I'm like, at a certain point, like when I'm trying to like, introduce her to my girl, at a certain point, she's like, I don't care. Just do your thing.
She's
I'm
like,
gonna go enjoy the night. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Well, that's cool. She's a real one.
Oh yeah, dude. She's awesome. But yeah, let's get to another question. I've been loving these tangents we're getting off on.
Yeah. My bad.
Great.
I just
Don't even
be
apologize.
talking
That's a good
sometimes,
podcast.
yeah.
That's good conversations.
Yeah, this has been great.
This has been phenomenal.
Yeah, we have one more question here.
Okay.
All right. Why in society, in any facet of society, we witness corruption and let it go unchecked? In our friend groups, scared to hold each other accountable. In our work relationships, scared to hold people accountable. In our governments, scared to hold people accountable. How do we start?
Dude, that guy, first of all, that dude should fucking run for office or something because that was a great
Word.
Yeah, dude, that was some great public speaking right there.
Yeah, we got to start holding each other accountable, and I think it's got to start at the fucking top.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like we were just talking about, like the pharmaceutical companies and shit. Like,
But they're never gonna do it, right? So
And
where
that-
does it actually start?
dude,
You know
but
what I
the
mean?
thing is why can't we hold them accountable?
Because we have no power as just normal people.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah. Well, it's, honestly, like, speaking of corruption, I think I was talking about lobbying the other day and like just the concept of lobbying, right? Just companies pay a bunch of money to sponsor fucking campaigns to get people to write bills that benefit them, right?
That shit, you
What,
shouldn't
like,
be able
what-
to do that.
What, like, I challenge anyone in the world to come up with a good argument for why that exists. It's literally just legalized corruption. Like,
Yeah.
that does nothing for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just goddamn awful. And it's a big part of our political system.
Yeah. I know RFK was talking about that shit, dude.
Who's that?
Robert Kennedy Jr., he's running for president.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Dude, we need someone to do it, bro. We
Yeah.
gotta get another Trump-Biden election, bro. I swear to God.
Dude,
I don't
it's
want to
so-
talk about politics at all.
It's
But,
so boring. But yeah,
fuck
but
that
the
shit,
the
but-
corruption shit, man, like that. Yeah, if you're running for any type of office, you shouldn't be able to take bribes. It's literally like a legal bribe.
Like, literally, it's just a bribe.
Yeah.
The
Say-
fuck?
So, I don't know, man. Something needs to happen to start holding these motherfuckers accountable. And the thing is, like you said, we can't do shit.
Well, I think what he was talking about too. I mean, I think he's talking about accountability in general too. Like
He even said the
like
government, yeah.
like with your friends too. Like I think he's speaking about just like checking your homies. If
Oh,
you're-
I do that.
How do you do it?
I said I do that.
Oh, I do too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
I
do that hella, honestly. Like
I'm like, boy,
that's,
what are
that's
you
like your
doing?
responsibility as a friend to like, and I hope my friends check me if I'm being out of pocket.
Yeah, I'll check my friends all the time. I'll check anybody that's close to me, like professional or just personal, family too. Bro, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what
Yeah,
are you
dude,
doing?
like, you're fucking up right now.
Yeah.
Like, someone's got to tell you. Like, fucking goddamn.
Come on, bro, get it together.
That's love too. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, dude.
yeah.
Sometimes tough love can be the best love too, man.
Well, it's how you know someone actually cares. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people, especially in like a scene like this, right? You have people who like want you around regardless, right? So they'll try to get you fucked up and like try to get you to like come to all these things and whatever. And like, they might not actually have your best interests at heart. They're trying to go have fun and shit, but they don't care if you have fucking work tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever it is, or like, that's just one example. But I think there's a lot of people who don't hold people accountable because, they want, they're having fun. They want to just do their thing, and it means they don't care as much, right? So by that definition, holding your friends accountable is love. You know what I mean?
I gotta be. I'm guilty of that, dude. I was doing a show the other week, and this guy was like, "I gotta go. I gotta work in the morning." I'm like, "Stay, pussy."
Yeah. I mean, I'd still do that
Yeah,
to people.
fuck your responsibilities,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I get it.
I'm guilty of that on that front, man. But yeah, you got to keep the homies in check, dude, for sure. Anyway, man, this has been great.
Yeah, super fun, dog.
Super fun, super deep conversation, talking about anything. I love it.
Yeah, good shit. I feel like I'm sorry to the homies out there. I didn't really talk about any music shit, but otherwise,
Should we?
I don't care. We can if you want. I'm having fun. I mean, we can also
Do we
end
ever
the podcast.
Yeah, dude, we can always do another one. Well, tell the people what you do have coming up. I know you're about to hit the road. You're going on the LS Dream tour, right?
yeah, so I have 2 tours this fall. I'm doing like 8 or 9 stops with Closey, and then I think I'm just doing 4 or 5 with Ellis Dream, which is cool. Like those are like, it's gonna be a bus tour, and those are both like super good, like wholesome ass individuals. So it's a good bus tour. It's not gonna be any, you know, fucking dat sick party bus vibes.
Yeah.
Which is definitely gonna be a good introduction to all of that. And then what do I have coming up? I have Soundhaven. And then, I just started this collective called Qualia, which I'm super excited about. So basically, I started with a bunch of my friends. I'm not the only person who started it. And so, we did our first compilation, which is ripping. So check that shit out, Qualia. And then we have a show showcasing all the artists. So
who's all on it?
So right now, like the people who I started it with are, started with Dags, Location, Fern. Those 2 are my roommates. And then Commissar, Saturna. Am I missing anyone? I hope, fucking sure as hell hope not. I started with those guys, and then we also are doing like other people too. You know what I mean? So the idea is it's like we can platform, like I can get my friends on festival bookings. You know, it's not just them too. It's like a bunch of other artists that we find. You know, like just cool little things in our pocket of like bass music. So the idea is I can platform some of these artists, give them, you know, exposure, and then also get them on like takeovers for festivals and stuff. So like, for example, we did one at the Unts. They gave us a slot like right after Of the Trees. Like it was fucking like half the festival at least was there because there was no one else playing right after Of the Trees. And we did like a whole showcase and like a back-to-back and shit. And so my friend Pablo is trying to get one for us at Envision in Costa Rica. Hopefully that happens. That'd be fucking crazy. And then we're doing like some shows together. We can, if we play together, we can brand it as like a Qualia show and help push the label forward. And I don't think we're not taking any of the costs for us either. It's all going back into the label or back to the artists and shit. So And then we have our big first like debut like Qualia show, which is me. It's pretty much everyone I just mentioned, all of those people, and we are playing at the Aggie on the 29th. So pull up Fort Collins. It's gonna be a vibe. We're bringing extra production and shit. Tons of lasers, I think.
If I'm in town, I'm gonna swing through, bro.
Dude, come hang out. The issue is it's Fort Collins, so it's like an hour away. So it's tough to get people from Denver, dude. And fucking Eprom's doing his robot thing the same night.
Ooh.
That's a tough one for us. So
nice
we
scheduling,
sell some
buddy.
tickets, but yeah.
But here's the thing, dude. A lot of people out here are spoiled.
Yeah.
So like people in Boulder, majority, there's people who will. The majority of people in Boulder won't come to Denver to see a show because
exactly, which is why Fort Collins is kind of it's a tough one. It's also a college town, and it's July 29th.
So, oh shit.
Yeah.
So no college kids.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be all right.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Yeah, y'all be all right.
But pull up.
Yeah, you and Closer are good friends, huh?
Oh yeah, she's done a ton for me. I mean, she found my shit, like almost 2 years ago. I think after I'd played like 2 shows or something. She had me up on Instagram, and I was like, holy shit, let's go. And yeah, she's been playing a bunch of my music. She's put on for me a bunch. I did a release with Odyssey, which is a really fire label I'd recommend checking out if you like my music. You like a lot of the shit on there. They do compilations and release different albums and stuff. She has a really great ear, and out of like big artists, she really is like huge role model for me, and how she really puts on for the underground, which is super cool. The support on her tour, if you look at the support, so sick. And a lot of the artists don't have like a huge following,
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing the same thing, and like part of that was like what she does was inspiring for me, like doing the collective shit, because she's just able to platform these people. You know what I mean? Like she's really pulling up the bass music scene and kind of shaping it in the way that she likes, and putting on people who like deserve it based on making really fire music.
Yeah, she's the tits, dude. Her and I have a fun relationship. I called her the other day and she answered. She goes, "What?"
Dude, she's hilarious.
Yeah, she's funny.
I was
dude.
so intimidated the first time I met her, and then I realized that she was just like, she's one of the boys, bro. She's so funny.
Straight up, dude. She's a fucking dog.
She cracks me the fuck up.
Dude, when she answered, she said, "What?" I said, "Bitch, what you talking about? What?" Just start talking shit instantly.
Bro, do you remember Cervantes? At the bottom of Cervantes, you told me this joke. You told us all this joke, and we laughed, and then I felt so bad because I didn't back you up, because you told it to her afterwards, and it was like something about like her girlfriend or something, and like putting a dick pic on her phone. It was like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
And then she just was like, just looked at you, and then I just looked at you, and you looked at all of us. You're like, you guys just laughed like three seconds ago. Like, what the fuck, guys? Like,
don't have my back, y'all.
We did not. Yeah, I felt so bad.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because she handed me her phone to like put my number. I was like, I should have did a dick pic and showed her girlfriend. But like, what does she got? Oh no, I was like, I don't even remember the joke. It's something to do with.
I think it was her
pic.
girlfriend's phone.
Oh yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
It was funny though.
It was a good joke.
And you didn't back me up, dude.
But she liked it. So I was just
you didn't back me up, bro. That's funny though. Anyway, dude, fuck yeah. Anything else you want the people to know if you get out of here?
Dude, not really. Oh yeah, album. I forgot to talk about that. I am writing an album. I'm like, I'd say I'm like halfway through. I have all these like half finished demos. I'm trying to decide which ones I want to finish and whatnot. I have a couple finished ones that I know I want to put on there. It's gonna be a lot more like the melodic shit, and then I'm gonna do more of like, I feel like bangers just work better as singles for me. Like, I mean, you can do an album full of bangers, but for me, it wouldn't make sense. I think I want to just tap into like the more like the pretty shit, the melodic shit, the fun experimental sound design shit. Like, make it a really cohesive, like, you know, thematic album. I'm gonna make all the tracks blend together and everything. And that's gonna be in the spring. So I haven't decided when. It just depends on how long it takes me to finish.
Yeah.
I already pushed it back. It was supposed to be in the fall.
Yeah. Spring of next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also
So until then though, I'm gonna do like, I have an EP with Milano that we're almost done with. That shit's gonna be fire. It's a bunch of bangers and one cool melodic one. And then just a bunch of other random collabs and shit, you know.
Fuck yeah, Milano's the dog, dude.
You're going on tour with Daily Bread and
yeah, Daily Bread's on the Closey tour.
Okay, yeah. So we had the fan ask when you're coming to Chicago. It's September 30th. That's the first leg.
There we go,
of the tour.
September 30th.
Boom. Hell yeah. Well, sick, man. Thank you for coming in here today, dude. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, super fun, bro.
I've enjoyed the fuck out of this conversation.
Yeah, me too,
I'm a big
man.
fan of your music, dude. Your music's fucking awesome.
Hey, you too.
And it's good to see you. It's good to see you fucking getting some eyes on it too, man. It's been
Yeah,
cool.
fuck yeah.
It's been cool seeing you fucking get going.
It's been fun, you know, and I feel like, you know, there was a point where like, this is good for like other artists in a similar position where you're like starting to gain traction. Like, it always feels like everything's like the next thing. The next thing's like the biggest thing, or like, you know, you have another show that's like even bigger or more important, or like, you know, this release is so important because I have all this momentum, and it just like the stress keeps building like that. And the thing is that never goes away as long as you're doing well. You know what I mean? So like, it'll always kind of feel like that for a while where you're like, oh shit, like there's always going to be another big stressful thing happening. So in a way you can kind of just make amends with that and let go of it. And I feel like now I'm just in a super happy place with it. And I'm like, I'm not as stressed by like my workload or anything, you know, I'm just making music, you know, if something doesn't happen perfectly, like, you know, it'll all come together. So
It's part of the process.
part of the process. Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you again, man. For
Thank
real.
you, man.
Yeah, Kyle, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks,
Kyle.
man.
Yeah, and I appreciate everybody listening to this week's episode of Talks with Taboo. I will see y'all next week. Peace.